After a ceremony attending to honor you as heroes of Oakheart within the Hall of the Art Zealot introduced you to a bunch of three noble families, high earners, high-profile persons. And the first of which you met was the Zolnus family, a martial, renowned dwarven lineage family that seemed to have been taking care of Orly's missing son, Torley. There was a reunion that probably wasn't as calm or as kind as probably what Orly would have wanted, with his son storming off and his adoptive siblings Esmeralda and Modesto Zolnus taking care of him. Although it was made clear to Orly from the figures, so from those two Zolnus parents, Helder and Rosalia, that he is free to visit the Zolnus family home to see on Torley's life, since he has been missing. From there, you spoke with the Ellerhen family. The Ellerhen's patriarch, a Sergei Ellerhen, who is confined to a chair on wheels after a long injury, but was quite arrogant, cigar smoking, and seemed to have remembered Leonok's performance in a champion decades and decades earlier, when he won the Tournament of Spring in Oakheart itself. The other person there, the other Ellerhen, is Ancelotto's father. So the other person you had met there. And after a brief kind of chat and introduction, then you turned your attention to the interest of Thoric, where there was the recognized Larot family, made up of Graelea, the mother of Justea Larot, this 8-foot tall double mix of obsidian and red dragonborn bloodline, who is probably the single largest dragonborn any of you have seen. And that's saying something, because Thoric's huge as well. And then there, on the other side of that meeting, of that group, was the Aranos, Noe Aranos and Ismail Aranos, who seemed to be, no Graelea, no Justea, all quite well. While Thoric went to intervene and talk briefly with Graelea and had a curt exchange with Ismail, and a meaningful reunion in a way to Justea. As they all left the meeting, you got down to business and you rewarded these jade pins with the golden leaf of Oakheart to your persons, that mark you as heroes of Oakheart. There will be many titles to come over the years and months to follow. You were gifted Calmont Terrace, one of the empty houses owned by the Ellerhen family at one point, but gifted to the Art Zealot office as a way of thanks to you. So now you have a home base within the wealthiest city in the Concord. Not within the upper city, though, not within Crown's Crest, is in the lower city, but still, it is quite an accomplishment. And you went over what you wanted, what facilities, what direction you wanted the property to go towards. And after deciding all that, you were ambushed by an annoying little kobold investigator who wanted to get some statements and some word from yourselves of what you're doing here and your accomplishments and champions and things like that. And he scurried away. And finally, returning to the cabin where it's been your lodgings for a good number of days here, there was an awaiting team, your herald for the tournament, who seemed to be a little bit upset that you guys didn't invite him to all this important event and thing. But now that you have kind of made your choices for what's happening, you've discussed amongst yourselves what you want to kind of achieve and what to get ready for. And just as you're kind of leaving the cabin and saying goodbye to your host, Carmen Nepals. There was a introduction of a message, a divine message to Torkel that Justeia would meet, wants to meet Thoric at some point in the middle of the late night, on a corner of the street, not far away from the terrace kind of area of your new home. And as you're leaving and taking all your supplies away from the cabin and coming back to the convent terrace, like it's been the fine decoration, like the carpets don't match the drapes. Like there's still like a lot of like specific color coding and matching and furniture designs and motifs that are to be picked by all of you at your leisure. But most of what you want is moved around. Most of what you want is going to be productive, and you're shown around to multiple private chambers that can be yours, all master bedrooms, all with en suites. Some of them are on the kind of the second or third floor. None of them are on the ground floor. And there is the head of the household, the halfling man known as Tado Cruz, who has had a lozenge since the last time we met him, and his voice is much kinder and sweeter. And I guess you guys have your new homes. There is a sitting room upstairs, like a little overlook where you can like see the banister, the stairwell down to the first floor, and then upwards towards the second floor, and things. And how are you guys all reacting to be giving this new home, this new base of residence? What's your thoughts? What's your feelings?
I mean, it's very nice to have a place like this in such an upmarket place in the world. Thork is much more used to simpler accommodations, so he's be focusing more on just like how can we get, well, of course, the kitchen up and running, the gardens for herbs. That was his choice, was the herbs. So he'd be wanting the more kind of practical stuff in the place to get up and running and be good to go.
And amongst all this, Hendrik is like kind of darting around and seems to be trying to find like some kind of tunnel or alcove somewhere to do whatever truth callers do when they get into a new building and safely secure it.
He's looking for his bat cave.
Looking for his bat cave. That's very true. And
tapping every wall to see if it's illusory.
Yeah, he's using the Dark Souls method. And Torkel, given all of like the last couple of days, you fighting the tree, being awarded heroes, and now this new bestowed upon residents, how do you feel about all this?
I think he's maybe a little surprised to be gifted this in the city. I think maybe he's happy that they've been rewarded. He's aware that they have something to do. I think it's a good byproduct of doing the things that we've set out to achieve, but he's not like relaxing or letting himself quite enjoy the new like fancy things that they've got, because he's still aware that they have got other things that they need to do, and it's only a little bit of time before they start to run out of time, really. So maybe a little more relaxed, but still on edge, and just looking around the new housing.
I mean, it's definitely fine quality. It is certainly, rather than like having furniture that is, I would describe it as like the furnishings in here, like that your high earning aunt or someone you know who's wealthy would decorate like a sitting room in like a fine house. Like you're almost worried that some of the furniture looks so delicate and old and expensive. You're a bit worried to sit on it, be it a chaise longue, the bed, but surprisingly it holds well enough. And there's that kind of like some markings of like, I think Orly and Torko knows this, some markings of craftsmanship on this. And you're like, none of this stuff in this house is cheap. Like there's kind of no spare expense in this place. be it the kitchen that has the most modern amenities in it, or the sewage system to the building. Such a minute thing, but something that actually will make sure none of those privies smell. And all of this considered, there's the kind of servants going through multiple rooms or hallways, lighting candles, or asking you, do you prefer this scent in your bedroom? What do you want for breakfast tomorrow? And you're kind of being inundated with asks of things you haven't considered for maybe in a long time or ever before. And yeah, that's what is going through all of you right now. But maybe the only one who probably isn't distracted by all of this so much so is our reunited father with son, is Orly. How is Orly doing?
Yeah, so if situations were a little bit different, he'd probably appreciate this a little bit better. But as it is, mind is elsewhere. If anything, the one thing that's really locking in with this new establishment is at least there's a base of operations here to see my son if things don't go the way that I initially planned.
Yeah, and is Orly like planning anything? Is like taking out his equipment patch and like getting everything ready to make some kind of move, or is he more just enraptured and thought maybe got a glass of water or a cup of wine given to him by some of the servants? What's he doing?
Yeah, probably a cup of tea. Brewing over what has just because it literally only happened about an hour ago, right? So
Yeah, like 2-3 hours ago, this kind of reuniting. Yeah.
yeah, so it's still pretty fresh. Definitely going over the conversation and thinking of 100 different ways I could have said something better. That you know, kind of that kind
Yeah.
of brewing.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Totally.
what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. And Lyranok, what about you? Are you kind of making the rounds, introducing yourself to the staff? Are you checking on any of your companions within the new hold?
He would definitely be like wandering around. He would be trying to introduce himself to as much staff as possible because he doesn't want to hold himself apart from them particularly much. Like he wants to be the humble sort of person. So he's like, yes, I mean, he's introducing himself, explaining that, probably especially to kitchen staff, he's probably explaining like, I will probably be in here at some point. I like to make food as well, so please do not get offended. It is not. I am not trying to say your cooking is not a bar. It's probably better than mine, but it's his hobby. He's probably also looking around some of it and going, that is quite ostentatious. Not how I would have. Not like. He's not particularly appreciative of the ostentatious side of it. It's like he just likes the warm, hearty, and humble sort of approach to things. So he's like going, this could have done so much. I could have spent this gold so much better helping people, but whatever. But it is mostly just like trying to get on, like just lay the initial meetings down with as much staff as he can.
Okay. What is clear of you doing the rounds? There are dedicated people who do the baking, who do the meat cooking, who do the preparation the day before. And then on top of that, there's launderers, there's cleaners, there are people ready if you ever need to like plan additional works, like furniture movers. Like it's kind of this closed system of like each servant can do 3 or 4 jobs in this room themselves, or in this structure itself. So you might see someone doing some laundry in the morning, then be help in the kitchen later, or help with do some repairs somewhere in the building. But it's pretty much austere and perfect and prim and proper for the moment. Again, you guys asked for drawn baths, so at the moment there's there's like kind of this light. There's a person going around casting heat metal on metal struts, bars, suspending baths in all of your privy ensuite master bedroom bathrooms. So you're getting your baths all drawn and prepared for you, and asking like, what exact scent do you want? Jasmine? Do you want rosemary? Do you want cream of vanilla? Like, what kind of scent do you want for your bath? And it's kind of this overwhelming thing of like such high quality living. But I was just mentioning for Hendrik's sake that Hendrik was probably going around checking where things are or the layout of this new home. And how is Hendrik feeling about all this kind of new responsibility, this new land? If you're there at all, Ryan? He's muted, so it might be listening and driving. So that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so
hello. No, I'm good.
there you
I'm
go.
good.
Okay, nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hendrik is not used to being like. It's been a long time since he's settled down in one area where he stays, so he, I guess, just adjusting to that.
And important question I have for you: you obviously had an item you hid in the cabin. I take it you take it with you and then stow it away somewhere else within this new abode, within this new home. That being the sword.
I don't think I hid it because people know I have it. The one
I
with the
think you
writing
like
on it?
stashed it. I think you stashed
the-
it under
the
a
with the
bed
writing?
within the cabin.
I remember you stashing it under a
Oh.
bed at least temporarily.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah,
if that was
temporarily.
kept.
it was temporarily. Yeah.
And you
The
just
one with
kind of
the
repeating
writing,
that.
right?
Yeah, you still have the writing. Yeah, you haven't told the party about the writing at all. From
Yeah,
the
I'll
notes.
get around to telling him.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's an important
I'll,
conversation to have. So how do you
Yes,
approach it?
I'm looking for a place to stash the sword. I guess. Under floorboards.
Okay, cool. Just tell me what room. You don't have to choose at this moment in time because we've got a few days, but just whenever you decide. It could be your bedroom. It could be in your hideout if you want it
Yeah,
there as well.
I'll do my bedroom.
Okay, cool. All right. So you gather up the party to tell them, or do you tell them one by one, or do you want them all in the same place at the same time?
I'll just give them a quick, like, each of them just a 1 minute debriefing of the
Sure.
information. Let me see, but I will read it out right now. Oh shit! Where did you?
It might be in private message.
I'm looking
be
at
in
private message. Yeah.
Did we do some messaging?
I thought we did.
Viewing older messages. Where the hell did I put it?
There it is.
Okay,
There it
that's
is.
nice.
The sword. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. I guess at first I'd have to apologize to Thoric that I did get it. Translated. And him, learning what it is entirely voluntary. If you want to know or not.
My God bid me that I didn't. So, as much as I appreciate you giving the offering, but I believe that it is not meant to be known by me. As much as
Okay.
I might personally want to, there are higher powers that say otherwise.
Yeah, fair. I'll go to Lyranok. Did Lyranok have the same thing? I seem to recall one other person having their god tell them no.
There was the the worker, the clerk, or something at the. I'm just going to call it the police station, the Brass Shield, I believe it was. I think it was just a Brass Shield station house, wasn't it? I don't think it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see if this.
No, I
breaks
didn't get anything. Or learn
any of my rules.
Anything.
Revealing a secret that should remain unknown. Hey, Lyranok, I have a question. Have you ever heard of someone called Gonvain?
Hey, Cypher.
I have no context this at
Royal
all.
religion check.
Okay. You just said religion, right?
Yes.
See, Lyranok, I'm trying to do this crossword puzzle, and oh no, you don't know. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. No, nothing for you there.
No. I'm not
God, I don't have
particularly familiar with it, but why does it have some significance?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I appreciate it. And I'll go to Torkel, and I'll do the same thing.
Sure. You can roll a religion check, Torkel.
Yeah, Torkel, have you heard of gone vain?
Have I ever gone vain? I don't know what going vain is.
He's going Ultra Instinct.
A religion check.
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on 2 seconds.
Oh
Where
God!
is my character sheet? Here it
Is Thork the only one with knowledge religion?
I mean,
think it's the religion.
I have it. I just don't have the intelligence behind
yeah,
it.
dumb as bricks, you precious wife.
You're
Do you know what? I'm intelligence then.
Oh!
I'm average intelligence.
That's a natural 19 for a total of 28.
Amazing.
Not only did I not gone vain, I am gone vain.
Uh,
Oh, thanks for returning my sword.
Yeah.
no, Torkel, you don't know anything.
Oh, damn.
I'm very
Okay.
sorry. That's a very good roll, but no, you do not.
Okay, fair enough.
That is a beefy
Yeah,
check.
I turn around and say, I have not heard of this person. Sorry.
Well, maybe he's not someone not worth knowing then.
If I have not heard of the person, I would
He does not
is
exist.
related to anyone in the church.
It's
I
so
would
many
imagine.
Star Wars.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Darwell. And yeah, with that, then that's as far as it goes. Then
Okay.
I doubt Orly. Fuck it, I'll ask Orly. Orly, roll for me. Do you know who Gunrain is?
I'm not proficient with religion, so I can't even safe check this one.
You get it at 20. I believe in you.
Not 20, it's a 23, bud. It's not a not 20.
No, it's not. It's not a natural 20.
Yes.
Just for like reference, like Torkel is obviously an educated cleric, and like he knows a lot of stuff, which is reflected in the role. And when he starts to list, like he lists off a bunch of excommunicated gods, a bunch of like another aliases for all of the 12 gods within your culture, and then he lists the Elven pantheon, he lists the Orcish pantheon, the Goblin pantheon. He goes through all the stuff.
Literally
Oh, there's
everyone except for the person.
yeah. No, unfortunately not. Okay.
Well, I mean, Gone Vain has to be a person. It couldn't be a god because
He's a self-acclaimed mortal, self-acclaimed godship to a following of like 10 people. That's probably why nobody's heard of him.
yeah, maybe
What is
everyone knew
an
him when
anagram?
he was dead in that pit.
So it could be an anagram, yeah.
Oh God.
I would like
Okay.
to say that that even if I'd got an actual 20, it would have been 29. I'm imagining this is a 30 DC religion check from my perspective. So I don't think we're going to get any more information until we get like more
Yeah,
information.
or
we discover
do,
something else in him.
we're gonna have to research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only we had somewhere to help us research.
Like a
Mm.
bar or a bar.
Or maybe an in-house library.
We'll make it part of the quiz game in the bar.
Yeah. That's the best way to learn. Go to the pub quiz in the bar.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
That's how I got my law degree.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm done, DM. I hide it in the floorboards in my room.
Sure.
And had it
Do you tell him anything about the inscription or just the name?
No.
Okay.
No. Because it might be information. I mean, it sounds like very important information that I can't be letting just willy-nilly flap around.
Absolutely. Who are these people that you're hanging around?
Undo
Friends?
reveal a secret. It doesn't say you can only reveal secrets to friends. It says reveal secret should remain unknown.
If possible, is there like an area within the house? I mean, there's like a kitchen, right? There's kitchens. We could talk.
Yeah.
Take a mosey on down to the kitchen and the living room and see if he comes across anybody else from the party. in any of those rooms at this moment. From how late is it?
At this point, it's only like 7 o'clock, so I would say it's pretty much you'd probably definitely run into. I don't know. Would you be like deep in your bath, Thoric, like getting ready to get clean for heading out for your rendezvous?
Oh yeah, cleaning up.
Okay,
Definitely.
I'll say you probably run into Orly getting a refill on his tea and Laranok at the same time. So the three of you are there. So that's Torkel, Orly, and Laranok in the same kitchen on the first floor.
Tucker will go in and he'll like he'll see if they've got any provisions in, and he'll make a note of what they need to get and stuff like that, and what he wants to do for like food and things like that, and then turn to the guys in the living room and he was like in the kitchen, and has Hendrik been acting odd?
Yeah,
Odder, you mean?
More unusual than we are used to.
that is saying quite a lot, but he does tend to like keeping his the information he has close to his chest. He did ask me about a name that I've never heard of, but
And he also asked me about something that I've never heard of either, which is unusual. Not him asking me, but not having heard of it. I think that maybe just keep an eye out
On
on him.
I know yes, I know he last night he did sneak out. I think he was trying to be unheard, but he was not successful in this time. It could have something to do with that.
Taco like pinches the bridge of his nose between his forefinger and thumb, and he like gives a little sigh and he goes, "Okay, yeah, we should make sure that he doesn't get himself or any of us into any trouble."
That would certainly be ideal. I think it would be good if we can keep both us and himself out and him out of trouble.
No, it's we're here to assist Thoric, make sure that he achieves what he wants, and if we're waylaid by an investigation or strapped in manacles, I think it'd be incredibly hard. And then he gives Orly a little look as well. I think you agree.
absolutely. I not accusing any of us of losing trust on Hendrik, but as you said, Laranok, he does keep things close to his chest. I need to take my mind off a couple of things. I can keep an eye out.
Torkel nods again and he says, if you need to talk or want to discuss anything, I would be happy to. I know it's been a heavy day for a lot of people. And he grabs whatever kind of beverage there is lying around and
Water. We've just
yeah.
walked into this house.
just grabs not even a cup, just pours water in his hand. No, he grabs a mug and heads through to sit in whatever sitting area we have and go through some religious text.
Just
Give you
dips his
tea. Let's
beard
say
in
I made a
water.
pot.
Yeah, and then occasionally like part of it off and like sucks all the moisture.
Nice.
Keeping it for later.
So you probably have Montemeyer's book and starting to kind of tangentially start to go over the contents, and like it's a book that's about the width of like 30 centimeters. Like it's this huge tome.
Wow.
And that's going to take you a couple of days to get through. So that's the +2 wisdom book.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, you just start reading that.
Okay, excellent. The opening kind of like notes are: this is a collection of antiquated but modern viewpoints of locations, environments, herbology, biology, flora, fauna from all corners of our realm. And it should be maintained. It's my life's work. And for you, Thoric, Torkel, within your lifetime, Montemeyer did pass on. There was a state funeral in the capital for him.
Oh,
He died in
in
1470.
the capital when I was in the. In
Yeah.
the capital when I was in the capital.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Weird.
So he was the last.
funeral.
Yeah, he was the last living saint before the most recent saint, because only one at a time. So about 12 or 13 years happened for the passing of Montemeyer until the Phantom Blade ascended to divinity. Okay, so you're doing that. Lernock and Orly, are you guys just kind of retiring to the evening, and then we can cut forwards to a professionally dressed Dragonborn ready for a meetup?
Yeah, well, I'd probably hang about close to the door or outside my bedroom door for maybe an hour or two, just to see if Hendrix up to anything. And if I see nothing, I'll probably just head to bed then.
I mean, does Hendrik just stay in his room in the same kind of area? Does Hendrik do a lot of wandering around in the new home?
I have to find all the fire escapes.
Yeah, we already.
and,
Yeah.
Before you hopped on, we already. Yeah. Kind of figured.
We were joking about you looking for illusory walls.
testing the wall. Is there a wall outside surrounding the estate?
No. Well, actually, there would be a miniature wall. It's like a terraced townhouse. Yeah, there'd be like stone for the first like 4 or 5 feet, and then it's like another 6 feet of iron bars.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just survey that and make sure it's secure.
Yeah. I mean, you check the larder, you check the underground wine storage, you check the base, the kind of all the provision rooms, the bathrooms. Like, there's some maybe 80 to 90 rooms in this entire structure. If we're going to count everything.
You have a wine storage room.
You have everything, man.
Amazing.
Yeah. And it's pretty well stocked up. Okay, so if the party is happy, we can cut to however Thork tells me he gets ready for this meeting with Justea. What do you wear armor? Do you not wear armor? Do you take a weapon with you? Do you go in your attire that you attended the ceremony and getting your title with that? So how does Thoric get ready?
I think don't think he would go armed or armored. This place is to him seems safe enough that doesn't think he's going to be jumped by 3 to 5 ballista. So he's gonna head to it was a nearby corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like close to midnight when this meeting is, so you've still got like a couple hours. So we'll just kind of skip ahead. So about 5 hours from now, well, from where we leave the party is when you are meeting her.
Yeah. So, is there perfumes here in the house?
There is, but you have your special one.
Ah, yes, true. I would like to use a dose of that then.
Okay. Yeah, you do. Okay, so while that happens, I imagine everyone else has just gone to bed and is resting while he slips away to meet with Justea. Okay. As you leave out and go to join your long-distant friend, there is a few, like, you're in kind of a kind of housing area, but there's a little bit of like still activity of people like taking carriages to home, like from bars or something like that. There's a bit of a singing song chant from a carriage. There's about 6 gentlemen in it, and they're all singing this bar song on the way home, and they're all absolutely blurred. But you head towards kind of the area on the street corner where, following the street signs from where it was directed from Torkel's message. Make a perception check for me, please.
Perception.
Okay.
17.
Excellent. You're there for around 2 or 3 minutes. You survey the area. You don't feel alarmed. You don't feel anyone's surveying you before you start to hear the heavy clip clop of a horse right up to you, and behind it is another horse. These horses are like Clydesdale equivalents. Like they're quite large, huge, great manes, fur over the front. One's brown, one's a chestnut brown. The other one is a deep white, and on top of the deep white horse walking towards you is a bigger frame, a matching frame to that of your own, in a kind of a traveling cloak, but the kind of red and black scales on the bridge of her nose, and her pointed teeth slits out underneath, and her warm amber eyes look out at you, and she's so she's got a couple foot on you, and this is probably the only creature in this town that could support her weight, and she rides up to you, and she slides off the stirrups under the horse and leads the 2 horses towards you. Do you say anything?
Yeah, Thork is going to like step closer and sort of offer to take the reins.
Spare horse.
Or the spare horse, yeah, if she wants it.
She passes it to you. As she passes it, your hand just slightly grazes the tips of her fingers, and there's got kind of like skip in your chest, and instinctually, with your insight check, the same thing happens to her. She just starts to speak. I'm sorry we couldn't meet properly, but I've found an excuse to act ill at dinner tonight. And I've paid the stable broker a respectable amount of coin to forget my renting of these 2 fine creatures. And she pets her horse on the bridge of the nose. I have somewhere we can go to talk.
I trust you. Lead the way.
She grabs the stirrups, sits under the horse, and she leads you out of this district of the town. You go through the city gates, which are like manned by brass shields, although there's an almost understanding of like they just give this look of like 2 people, nobles clearly, and the brass shields don't stop you. See, all that just says, we'll be back within an hour, maybe 2. And the guardsman just gives a nod. And you leave out kind of the top gate through the Wingspun residences. From the belt, this more quiet part of town. Sorry, you'd head west. Sorry, not north. You'd head west towards that gate, and you go through that long spring of town where the houses get fewer and fewer. They get a little bit bigger, a little bit more spread out. Again, it's quiet, and there's that clip clop of just the horse over and over and over. And do you try to speak to her when you're riding on these horses together, or?
Clearly, she wants to go somewhere particularly private to discuss more delicate things. But in the meantime, we'll. So I did ask your father to delay you a little bit. My troop got sidetracked. I hope it didn't put you out too much.
No. He just asked the house servant to misplace mother's traveling gown, and that kept us behind by a day. So it was fine. It took us 5 days from Vard to get here.
Safely, I hope.
It was, although the bridges are always a little bit awkward to navigate. We had to pace ourselves. We stayed at the Shadow Cliff Inn, just beneath the vein of the Vale. After the first day.
Okay.
Or just before we got here. So she said just before we got here.
And I'm assuming Ismail traveled with you?
No, Ismail, we're guests of the Uranoses. It's where me and my mother are staying in Crown's Crest. I grew up with Ismail, and she gives a smile to you. He's a bit old-fashioned and a little bit energetic with insults, but he's good of heart. I know him most of my life.
Very good. I hope I can prove my worth in the tournament to you. There's
I
no
don't doubt that, Thoric.
there's no secret here that I desire your hand.
There's not a reply for a while. An awkward pause, and she doesn't reply, and you keep riding. As you get to the edge of the belt, you start to see all these like banners of these like telegraph pole structures of flying colors advertising the People's Race Course. And you see at the low slump of a small lower piece of ground, a couple miles wide area of a plotted course of racing through woods and shrubbery and grassland. And there's a small hill, and she looks up towards it and gives you a nod and finally pulls the hood back. We'll go up the slope. You get a good view of the entire course there. And you ride the horses up the slope, past brushes and shrubs. And as you do so, you get to the lip of the hill, and she hops off the horse, and there's a nearby small tree, and she ties with a quick knot the horse to the tree, and you do the same to the other one. She walks out and takes over the whole People's Race Course. There are some put away jumping stacks of like races. There are leagues and leagues of sitting pavilions, raised stands where people can view. It probably can host maybe 5,000 people, at least at the where quote unquote finish and start line is. And then you can see like paths like going all the way along either side of the course. The course is probably at a glance. Make a perception check for me, please.
24.
It's probably about 10 miles in total length, like from start to finish doing the full loop, judging on like the how it goes to the woods and stuff. So it's on a horse or another creature, it's not too long, but it's more of an endurance rather than a quick bolt of speed test. It seems to be like there's some muddier ground, rockier ground, forested ground, and they'd all present their own obstacles. And you kind of get a view, and she just says, like kind of starting the conversation, "This is my favorite part of summering here, seeing the people's everyone coming from lower rungs of payment to the highest lords and ladies. We all enjoyed the races and cheered with one another as equals. People raced frogs, they raced horses, lizards, a few bullets as well. It was just one of the most interesting things as a girl to see from Vard, of all these people coming here and racing all these weird and wonderful beasts. I just wish I got to take you here one summer."
Well, I would have loved it too, but any time with you is worthwhile. I know your mother especially is not as approving, but that's she is not a reflection of you. I hope you know that.
Oh, I'm my mother's daughter in appearance, but not in spiteful attitude. Don't worry, you know her well. We've grown up not but a few streets away from each other. And she turns and looks at you, like, turn away from the course, looking at you. "I know, Thoric, what you intend to do when the tourney starts. I want it to be so. I truly do. So whatever feats, whatever talents, whatever strength you have, use it all. Because I don't know what my mother's planned for me. I've had etiquette lessons and everything under the sun since she pulled me away from my Bahamut studies and my training with the staff. I've been getting ready to be a bride and a wife and a mother for a few years now. And I don't really... Well, Mother says suitors are lining up and we have yet to be visited by anyone for some kind of pre-tourney introduction. So I don't know who she's arranged to ask for my hand. But I'm glad I'll at least see a familiar face when the tourney starts and someone to cheer for properly instead of faking it.
I'll tell you now that I wouldn't be surprised if Ismail puts his name forward for you.
Ismail? No. Ismail, no. We grew up together. We were annoyances to one another at times and close to friends, but no, I've never thought of Ismail like that. And he's never told me anything like that at all.
While I am a simple man, I can tell you that when a man likes you, there is a very high likelihood that he is utterly terrified to tell you. I mean, I was terrified to tell you when I
I remember it so well. We were not but 15, and you stammered, and you looked like the true white of a dragonborn when you're silver.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have... I struggle a bit with the finer graces of higher society. I've always been more down to earth, so to speak.
Well, you had your studies.
I did.
And I had mine.
As long as they
and
lasted.
I know. Once Mother figured out what we were doing and that we were seeing each other as best we could at that age with respectability, she pulled us right out of that education.
But we are adults. Our lives are in our own hands. Spare the gods.
Yes, we are. So it's nice to know that you do intend to ask me to marry you. And again, she finally takes a step closer towards you. I have a feeling you'll do well. No, I don't have a feeling. I know you'll do well, Thoric. I mean, what you did when you helped protect people in Vard and helped rebuild bakeries and water canisters and do whatever you can. You've always been that person. You've always been kind. And I like that. And I love that about you. But there's one thing about this tourney is that you have to do well in it. Customs dictate that if someone else asks for my hand and the priests and priestesses are more content with their performance in the tourney, that I would be not forced, but heavily urged to accept their hand over yours. So, work hard, please.
I was warned about such things before coming here. I knew this was... The tournament isn't just a pony show. It is. I understand it to be an actual test of various things. So
we don't know. We have yet to attend the luncheon. We don't know exactly what the priests and priestesses of Nedlin and Mina and etc. have prepared for you, but I will be watching you every step of the way, best I can, and I'll be cheering you on.
Now, I feel it is only fair that I let you know what my life has been for the past little bit, and it involves danger, and danger that if you don't want to be part of, I mean, your safety and happiness is above all. So, are you prepared to hear me out?
Make an insight check.
Insight. Slow.
9.
That's not great.
Are you happy with that roll, or
I get a
The
reuse
10?
of this in the morning, so I'll use
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So make it a 15.
Okay, 15. With a 15, you sense that this is a little bit more than she expected from you. Like there's that kind of relief and also surprise, but I don't say impression of being impressed with what you're saying. Like she didn't expect this foresight from you to broach this conversation. Yes,
I'm not
yes,
smart, but I'm wise.
Yeah. Yes. Say what you need to say, Thoric.
Now there's so much that has gone on in the campaign so far. I go about the Sunlit Citadel. Like, it's okay if I just kind of say, like, I explain everything about the Sunlit
you just explain
Citadel, about
everything. Yeah.
about the teleportation, about the I show her the 2 petals. Would you call it amulet? A necklace? Amulet?
Yeah, a necklace. Yeah.
2-petal necklace.
Yeah.
Basically everything that's gone on. And the future plans. And I beseech her to remain quiet about it. But this is the truth of what's going on, so we can't hide that from her.
Yeah. She like this takes like 20 minutes to go like from every detail. And just a genuine kind of like pause. And I just thought you were going to guard some Bahamut libraries, and all this after just a simple funeral?
The funeral kicked off a lot for me and my entire troop.
She goes to sit down on the grass, looking over everywhere.
It's
You sit
a
down with
lot,
her?
I know. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And looking over all of this, I wish I could say that my life has been as exciting as yours since you left Vard, and even the few times we saw each other last year, it was too few, too spread out. But I know that my family and your family have complicated history. Your father's been very good to you. Has always spoke highly of your family and your father and your grandfather and your mother's side of the family. But my mother, I don't even know if it's you sometimes, Thoric, she dislikes, or just the entire Ferrigan wing. I'm not sure sometimes. But I can't say, providing everything we want happens, that she'll be a comfortable person to be around. But I think you should know that as well, to know what you're marrying into.
Your mother is your mother. I can't change that. You can't change that. But
Father's tried.
yeah, and I think more fathers have failed than succeeded in that endeavor across the entire continent. But I didn't want to win the tournament because Thoric does kind of the very sort of over the top dramatic kind of like looking at his nails, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win the tournament.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to win the tournament and have that pressure on you, and then for you to suddenly find out about everything, about the tasks I have at hand and danger I'm in. And I suppose the question now I have for you is, if I win, what do you want? Do you want me to stay? Or do you want me to continue this task I've been given?
Her eyes roll side to side. She mulls it over. And then the hand comes up to rest on the side of your cheek. Thoric, I don't want to change you. See, all of this, you've mentioned only a little bit, but I can see it in how you've told me what you've done. You've kept your friends alive, and people you've never even met, kept them safe best you can. And if you can keep doing that, well, I think I would be robbing some people of the chances to stay safe. And I know that's all you want to do, and you want to keep me safe as well. But if the world needs you, the world needs you. I won't lie, it will be a bit difficult at first to suddenly be engaged and then explain to my peers and my friends that my fiancée is out gallivanting. But there will be a time I will want you to come home, if all of this works, for more or less to teach me how to wield a staff or a spear again and escort me to some actual Bahamut repositories of knowledge instead of just the same old 4 walls and double floors of the Vardian collection. I'd like to travel. I'd like to study where we can. Gods, I'd even like to leave this place. I'd like to get on a ship and maybe go east. Maybe go towards the Azure Sea, see some of the continental islands.
And so, and that will happen. I will ensure that happens. I'm not sure if you avoid a Valetti Empire. That's fine. That could happen. That we've been given an estate here, and we also have been given a. Sorry, what's the name of the other location that we have a place?
Silt Slice
Silt
in
Slice.
Peak.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think we got given that as maybe a bit pushing it.
Okay, fine. My good friend Torkel.
She knows of Thoric. Yeah, she knows of Thoric. Yeah.
My good friend Torkel was given a place down in Silt Slice, which I'm sure he would be perfectly happy to have you there as well, if you want to explore. But yes, I hear you. You want to travel, and you want to travel with me. So I will, if everything goes as planned, I will go with my companions. I will do my best to see my task through. If things become too much for me out there, and I fear that I'm over my head, then I will hang up this pendant and come back to you.
You're already making vows. We have yet to even start the proper one, the first one. Sometimes I just see how well thought out, but also how just adventurous you are sometimes, Thoric. She kind of scoots a little bit closer across the grass towards you. But we're adults, and we know that sometimes life doesn't always shake the way or roll the path that we want. And you've said that you know the tournament is dangerous. I've had some friends over the years who were just like I am now, attending. And they had suitors and callers. And those men and women died in the tournament. You're strong. and your armaments, and you know how to look after yourself. But I know, Thoric, that you will always put yourself in harm's way to protect the people you care about. So, and I can't ask you to try and save yourself over someone that you've been traveling with and had their backs for months now. So if a choice comes down between trying to get closer towards the favor of the priests or helping your friends, well, I think you know what I think.
I know, but for me, I've loved you longer than I've known. And I never expected to go on this journey. I know this journey is important, but I think they would understand if I were to localize myself with you.
We'd be buying a home. We'd be picking furniture, and then, God's willing, we would even potentially start a family of our own. Although I'm not in a rush for that. Mother has painstakingly explained to me the entire rearing period of one of our kind, and it is a lot of biting, a lot of chewing. So let's not rush into that before we're not ready and have everything pinned and ready for that. So if we are to be engaged and we are to start a life together, we don't have to rush to the wedding. We can enjoy our engagement and we can travel together as fiancés. That's what I want.
Well, it's what I want too. But between here and there is the tournament. And I'm going to do my utmost, and my friends have promised me that they will help me as best they can to that end.
And how motivated are you to win?
I don't think there's anything I've ever wanted more.
Well, let me motivate you some more. And she just tackles you into the grass.
All right, we're okay. Right, athletics check.
Yeah.
Fuck.
10.
She wins.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. She's got a +5 because she's got 20 strength. An 18. Yeah, she wins.
Yeah,
she just
wins.
like
Okay.
pins you to the ground. Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
we will
move on.
We will cut away from that. Yeah. So the party wakes up the next day. You guys all long rest. Any abilities or spells you guys want to change to or move around? You can do that now.
Actually, a question. We got the order of. I know the thing says it's the first order of. We don't know what the actual first challenge will be in the tournament, do we?
No, but it will. It's on the 25th. It will be a Nedlin related challenge.
Yeah, I think we find out what the 3 challenges are on the dinner before, don't we?
Yeah, the midday luncheon before. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because at the start of each day, I might need to change which skill I have proficiency in.
That's very true. That's very true. It's good to know for that. So it is the 21st. When you guys all wake in the morning, there is the droning drumbeat of rain across the roofs. Although you're not in a wooden cabin, you're in a stone building, so that kind of like heavy rainfall waking you up days before when you were staying here, it's actually much more comfortable. And guys, when you wake up, the servants have like knit in and lit the morning fires in your chambers or the adjacent chambers where your dressing rooms are joined to your master bedrooms. So like your rooms are much warmer than you expect them to be, and it's that kind of thing of like, I can actually get out of bed without getting that shiver.
I'm a silver dragonborn. I like the cold.
And all of your clothes that you have tossed aside, a servant has came in and had them cleaned and pressed, and there's some like just general clothes picked out for your various races as well, to each of you, that were probably just in storage here or purchased for you as kind of a part of the responsibility of being new homeowners. And I would imagine that our 2 studiers, our researchers on the morning coming around, are just going to keep reading to get as much 16 hours of reading in a day.
Yeah.
Yes, because if I remember rightly, we basically have to do this almost every day until the luncheon.
Tournament. Yeah, so if you guys read for 16 hours today, that will take you to 21 hours out of your total of 48. And that's if you do it all day today.
Yeah.
And then there's another 16 hours tomorrow, and then there'll be another, what would it be, 10 again? Oh, no, 11 again to do again on the 23rd. So Lernok and Torkel.
I didn't study this hard for university.
Well,
This is
yeah.
like Torkel like to learn, which is why he spends so much time at the university. Like, so he's enjoying the studying, but like it's a very serious endeavor for him. So he's like got a note, a sheet of parchment and a quill, and he's taking notes, and he's like just constantly studying. Mostly in the living area, the sitting area downstairs.
Do you ask some servants to do flashcards for you to test your knowledge halfway through each chapter?
I don't think so, but that would be quite funny.
Okay, so while the two of them are studying, for Leonard's point of view of what the book contains, it's more like how to ration your stamina and strength over traveling certain pieces of ground, how to best maneuver in armor to save energy, to save strength, how you can make adjustments to certain weapons with textures to make sure they don't like slip from your grasp, what plants to search for in each like part of the southern expanse, and a training regiment as well. So he's like more or less like reading like how to train, and then he's actually training like all day as well as doing the reading. He's like, okay, if I do this training regiment like every hour on the hour, I will like start to feel like a increased lung capacity, or I feel like my arms get a little bit denser, and stuff. And how to eat. There's a lot of eating in here because having a little bit of good fat content as well.
The entire thing is just macros, guy.
Yeah, it's just like absolute, just how to condition your body to even like, all right, if you eat this plant once a month, each month, you'll help you like be ready for like an incoming virus or a piercing blow from a venomous spider and stuff, which is like all harkens in the kind of constitution benefit. So while Lyranog and Torkel are studying for their finals, Thoric is probably like, what's Thoric's face like when he wakes up? Has he just got the pendant on his neck, like in this huge double bed? It's about 10 feet long by about 8 feet wide. Like, how does Thoric wake up?
So, have you ever seen how they wrap snakes in like blankets or such to keep them contained on transport? He's like that in the bed. Like, he's like, over so much of traveling, having a big good bed like this is a rarity. So he's enjoying every minute of it. He'll get up. He'll put on the fancy clothing because actually maybe put on some. Okay, just generally speaking, from day to day, not going out anywhere specific. Cipher, would the clothing be more so like regular, or the fancy clothing we were wearing, is that kind of the day to day for the people here?
Fancy clothing that you guys all got is like for attending functions, attending gowns, or something like ball gown equivalent in male fashion. What you've been given is more or less stuff that would be like respectable to go shopping with or go to a banker's appointment with or something like that. Like you have something now in between this high society, expensive, perfect form-fitting clothing and then your armaments, like your general kind of gambits and stuff, which like probably at this point have a bit of stitching, maybe a little bit of like wear and tear on them. Just give me 1 second. I'll close the door. 1 second.
Rolls, close the door. So tempted during the conversation to say that life just seems like a series of dice rolls.
Okay, I'm back. So all this kind of gifted clothing for you guys this morning is like respectable clothing that probably anybody in this area would be like, oh, they're dressed quite nice for today, but not so much so that it's ridiculously expensive looking. Okay, so you wake up and you take inspiration as well for that meeting with Justea. The way that night ended was simply you rode back into town with the draft horses. You handed them back. There was a final kiss at about 1 a.m. and she said she's returning back with the stables, and she was going to try and slip back into the Iranis household before she was noticed that she was out of her bed chambers.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah. So Hendrik, Orly, and Thorak are really the only three that can do things these next couple of days. If there's things people want to do.
I need to. I think Thorak is going to have such. He doesn't really know exactly how to prepare because he has no idea what the challenges actually are. So he is going to find a gym of some sort or training ground.
There would be there's like training dummies and practice dummies like in the basement. You can ask to get pulled up into the exterior gardens, so you don't have to leave the estate, and then they can like maneuver around some of the heavier old blocks. And then with Torkel maybe keeping you around. He like quickly do like a mending and like slot the wooden blocks into a metal pole and stuff, so you can get some work done that way.
And he can give me different flashcards to keep on me, so I can randomly ask him questions. There, we do things at the same time.
Have you guys seen in the third Harry Potter movie when it's the guy, the wizard in the leaky cauldron, reading the book and stirring the key with it? I imagine Torkel's got this massive tome in front of him. And he's just reaching his hand out, doing like little bits of mending as requested.
Do you know what that book was? The Brief History of Time.
Anyways, the Stephen Hawking's book. Yeah.
Okay. So while he's training, Orly and Hendrik, what are the two of you doing on at least today?
I'm gonna let Ryan answer first.
I have no friggin' idea, man. Honest to God.
Something nefarious.
I guess wasting my time, dude. I don't honestly.
Okay.
God, I don't know.
Do you want to help me train? Do you want to fight against me?
No. You would Bane. What's that Bane move?
Oh yeah, we break back over.
Right into a cup.
Be the spine breaker.
Yeah, that's the one. You do that to me.
It builds character.
Well, if Hendrik's not doing anything.
Yeah, it builds character in that if you did it too many times, you would have to build a new character.
Take inspiration out. I always enjoy puns in my game and jokes.
I'm probably going to head over to the Gardens of Baldray.
Okay.
Because I haven't actually gone there yet, I don't believe.
No, I think Leonard's gone there. So the Gardens of Baldray are a communal allotment, a couple football fields wide, where people can like grow flowers, grow plants, grow decorative stuff, grow practical stuff, and there's a few scattered ponds around. There's like some ducks in some of the nearby ponds, and artwork and generous donation boxes as well, with the menial lower acolytes like going around and attending the garden and keeping like stocked up, replanting, retilling the ground, so that people can come wander this garden and get what they need.
I'll probably just walk around for a bit, sunny around, and then it's not just a garden. There's a church here as well, right?
There would be a small chapel in like the middle ground of the area as well. It's about like 90 foot long and about 20 feet wide. So it's like an old style chapel that more of like probably was like the center of the Bouldray ground here of faith. But as the religions changed, as the pantheons evolved and the countries evolved, it's more spread out. So there's a bunch of like small mini gazebos as well, but the main body of the chapel is there, and it's got ivy growing up along the whole side of it. It's got a lovely deep blue painted roof, and there's like a bell tower where a bell would sit, but the bell's been long
Nice.
removed and it just hangs empty for the moment.
So it's kind of like a campus, kind of.
Yes, yeah, kind of that. Yeah. There'd be like an exterior, like kind of fence wall, shall we say, and then it kind of backs onto the rest of the city.
I'm going to head inside of the chapel and let's see if there's anybody on duty. If there's any kind of clerical looking figures on duty.
Yeah. Sure. As you head inside, where pews would have been, the pews are all empty. The what it is replaced by instead is there are bunches and bunches and bunches of wicker baskets that are like empty across where people would sit on all the pews. And it's kind of that there's this little celestial thing of like, take a basket, fill what you need, so people can come in here and get that. And the far side of where like a kind of a speaking column would be, raised across of it, there's a bundle of like sacks and bagged dirt and buckets and planters tools. So this once great chapel has been turned into a gardening shed. But there are a few acolytes around, and you do see that someone at the more dressed in the kind of deeper blue Bouldray robes, at that kind of far side where all the planting supplies are. A man, quite large, maybe ogreoid, maybe giant blood man. Not an athletic build, more of a couch sitter build. But they seem to be like in a meditating, like legs folded position, and they are very daintily with their huge hands taking out with a small spoon, and they're measuring out seedlings and putting it in small little satchel bags, and then setting that to one side while an acolyte goes and puts that in some wicker baskets. They seem to be like preparing these kind of gift baskets for a bunch of different like supplies, and that's who you see like senior there.
You guys, I think I found Buddha. Yeah, I'll slowly approach and kind of give a
Sure.
bit of a nod or a bow as I.
Yeah. As you bow, obviously within this religion, most of the priests are completely shaved, eyebrows shaved, face shaved, head shaved. This ogreoid man, and he says, "Good morning. How can Bouldray help you today, friend?"
Good morning. Wondering if you have any means of sending word. I need to contact my wife. She's lives in the forests north of Erith. I'd be willing to pay the gold or help throughout the day if needed.
Oh, it is a donation to the church for that. It is 1 gold piece for the message for the day. Although if you want to have an extended conversation, I am limited by castings of such a spell and the powers of Bouldray.
I understand. I'd be more than willing to donate more than needed to have somewhat of a conversation, as much as you can give me. However, not needed if not possible. Even a simple message.
I can perform the rite 5 times.
That would be great if you could. Cypher, how does this work? Do I need to describe?
You need to tell me what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Just quickly, you'll say this is who he is. He's Albert Lariano, grower of Bouldray.
So essentially, what I want to say is Well, if it's 5, yeah, I'll just do it at one, all in one paraphrase, will I?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So, a quick check-in. Explain that I'm okay. Everyone party is okay. We're in Oakhart at the moment, and good tidings as I've found our son. And I doubt I'd probably get much more in with how many 25 words times
Yeah. You
5.
probably just managed to say, "I find him," or "I find
Yeah,
Torley," and then that's it.
yeah.
Yeah. The message goes, and in a few more seconds, his brow furrows, and he says, "Your wife is quite excited." She asks, "How is he? Where is he? Is he with you now? And when are you coming home?"
Do I get to respond?
Yeah, he can cast a
Yeah.
spell again. Yeah.
Oh, that was just one, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just
Cool.
one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll respond, but I'm trying to 25 word increments. He's fine. He was taken in by a family here. Rocky start once I met him, but he's a teenager. That's probably about the amount I can get done right now.
Yeah. Is this family nice? Is he hungry? Is he... And then there's kind of a pause, and then he says, "Your wife wants to convey that she is upset that your son has grown without the family."
Respond, but sorry, what was the start of it?
Is he like fit? Is he hungry? Is he sick? Is he like just general things
Yeah.
a mother would worry about for something not seeing their son for many years?
I'll respond. He's well fed. He's a man now. Taller than me. No, well, I don't find the words to respond to the second half to console,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah. Again, she understands how the spell works a bit better now. It's coming more clearly. She repeats when the two of you are coming home. And do you need money to help cover the cause? Do you need anything from us to help? Is it wise for us to travel to meet him? Should we get the family to travel to Oakhart and reunite there? What's best?
One sec. I'm having a look at the maps. Cypher, to get from
Yes?
Hallowfall to Oakhart,
Yes.
I'm assuming you have to go to Erith first, probably, depending on how the road system works and
that would
big-ass
be
forest.
the safe way to do it, yeah.
Yeah. So to Erith and then all the way around there, we're talking about a week maybe until they get here. Probably more if it's a carriage.
Yeah,
We have
possibly,
a
yeah.
flying carpet.
Or we have a flying carpet. They don't have a flying carpet.
Well, you go pick them up.
It's about, on the roads, it's about 387 miles.
Yeah, that's
So I could work that out at a walking pace. If you were to walk this, give me 1 second to work that out at a walking pace.
I don't think there's anyone in Hallowfall that has any magical means of transporting this there.
There isn't, not within Hallowfall, but you did just help a cleric.
Yeah, I thought that was a one-way system though.
Unless they go with you.
Yeah, I could ask him.
You could ask Theodoro Simons. It would be about 16 days of walking every day for 24 miles a day.
Holy.
From Hallowfall to Oakhart. I'm just going to show where Halifal is on the map so people know roughly where I'm
Yeah.
talking about as well.
Yeah, that's a trip.
It is, yeah.
I'll respond by saying I'm looking into means of quickly getting home and getting you guys here. No promises.
There's a pause, and then he says, she understands. All that she asks is, she promises that the two of you come home. Everyone misses you. Even the town misses you. And it would be so good to have them home. And then just a tail end, there's just she asks, what of the dragon?
Fucking hell, my heart dropped there, Jesus. I'll respond with saying, try not to worry too much. I miss you all, and I love you all.
Mm-hmm. That was your final message?
Yep.
And with that, again, love you, miss you, please come home. Orly, the last words just hit you, and he says in your wife's voice, he looks a bit nervous. There's a bun in the oven.
Uh-oh. The basement is flooded and the pilot lights on.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just probably take a moment to just kind of hold back a tear or two from Orly as he now addresses Albert, and another bow.
Yeah. Yeah. He leaves and just says, best of luck with your family's situation, your boy, and the new life coming your way.
Yeah, for the first time in a good few hours, a beam of a grin across Orly. I thank you. And I haven't looked at my gold in a while. Looks like. Yeah, I've loads. I've loads.
He has loads. He has
I've
loads, guys.
loads. I'll give him 50 gold. 50.
Okay. Very charitable donation. Very good. Very, very good. Okay.
I'm probably going to spend another few hours kind of around here. Do you reckon if I hung around, I could help, like, passively for the next few hours? Would there be
yeah,
anything
if you
for me
wanted to. Yeah, you could. You could help, like, get these baskets ready and stuff. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
What time is it right now? Like 10 a.m.?
Yeah, exactly. 10 a.m. Good one.
Like maybe until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then I'll head back and see if anybody else is doing anything.
Okay. Hendrik, are you doing anything, or just wait, or just standing by?
Yeah, I don't have anything to do, man.
Thoric, same for you.
Yep. Just training away.
Sure. Training, picking flowers, putting stuff into baskets, helping fill the baskets that are in the pews. Orly returns home, and when Orly returns home about 3 o'clock, does he come, like, running in and trying to find his friends, or does he just, like, come sauntering in, or what's kind of Orly's reaction to rejoining all his allies?
He's not depressed looking, at least, you know.
Yeah.
So that might come as a bit of a shock to everyone.
Oh, I had to talk to my wife. Oh.
It's all good. There's a bun in the oven.
Oh shit! What flavor?
She's red-haired.
No, the bun. Like Thork is literally like poking his head towards the kitchen.
It's cinnamon rolls.
Two very different conversations going on here.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to call the end of that day?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's not really a great deal of leeway that Leonok has.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Can someone roll me a D100, please?
Sure.
We'll do it.
Ooh.
If we roll a 1, we'll die.
Oh.
That could be really good or really bad.
98
Oh.
manticores.
No. 98 gale force winds. That's what it is.
98 crimes that you're arrested for.
Yeah,
Shit,
that's
what
me,
about the
I'm
other two?
guilty.
Okay. About midday on the 22nd. Actually, not midday. Late afternoon, like 5 o'clock. You're having a brief bite to eat. Leonok and Torkel. Hendrik and Thoric have just probably had a shower or a bath, a clean, and they're like probably eating with you guys. And Orly, you're eating. When the person, the let me get his fucking name. Oh my god, let me get his name. Tedo Cruz approaches. And he says, I'm sorry to interrupt, sirs, but you have a messenger at the door asking for Hendrik.
Was it asking for Hendrik alone or us as a group?
And Master Orly as well.
What?
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 Donkey.
Orly, who do we know and no one
I love
knows?
to imagine that
we
this
have
is
no
that-
mutual friends, Hendrik.
I love to imagine this is what they're doing in universe as well. Just going, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
What?
Tidoi says, shall I send them away or invite them inside?
We'll meet him at the door, I think.
Very well, sirs.
Come on, Orly.
Okay.
I'm
Were you
scared.
expecting guests?
I'm not expecting
Callers?
anyone.
You go down the stairs, you look out the front door, and you see wearing traveler's cloaks. Tedo Cruz is your butler, yes. You see a golden dragonborn body standing there in the frame of the door, leaning on it, like you would leaning on like a bar shelf, like with your arm above. And he's like kind of peering in the door, and he says, Hendrik, I didn't expect you to find somewhere so nice to hang your boots.
I'm sorry, DM. I lost focus.
Arth
for 2
and
seconds.
Trinar. It's Arth and Trinar, your fellow troop.
Oh, yes.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've done good so long, and this time they decided to reward us, I guess.
Just Arth.
It's
I
just
should
Arth.
invite you in. I'm sorry. Do you want to come in?
Yeah. I just want to borrow a minute of your time, you and Orly. And he steps in the threshold of the door.
Okay, okay, business with me makes sense, but business with Orly? Has Orly committed a crime?
No, nothing like that. It's just well, when what happened down in the Hazel Vale, I just got a sense that Orly's someone me and you could trust.
Are you here for something?
Sure.
I mean, I don't mean to be abrasive here, but is there a specific reason you've come to visit me?
Yeah, the two of you. I was wondering if we could catch a drink somewhere and talk. It could be here. I mean, I'm sure you have a fine liquor cabinet, but somewhere private.
We have nothing.
We have a wine cellar with no wine. Let's go get a drink.
I know a good place.
To the Cantor.
To the
Sorry.
Centaur.
Sorry.
Sorry. So, do you guys let your party know you're heading out for a drink with Arthur, or
No.
Okay, cool. No problem.
I have a message. Oh wait, no. God damn it! I
We
can
both
message so early.
They've been-
sending stuff.
They've been kidnapped. After them.
Damn, I would like
I'll
to
give my sending stone
telepathically.
to
I would like to telepathically communicate with Lyranok. Something I
Okay.
can do, and
Yeah.
just tell him that Orly and I need to go on a thing.
I'll leave a
Alright.
sending stone at the
Sure. You actually you guys head towards the Observe Obtainable Market, the Obum, and you hit that kind of like busy street thoroughfare where there's some bars opening up and wineries and taste houses and cookeries, and you're getting that like rich scent of like the town starting to be like alive and stuff. It's starting to come in the evening. People are starting to finish work, come out for a night of entertainment. So people passing out flyers for like a little street fair and stuff, and he just walks he just takes an upward turn at a right angle, upside or an alley, walks to like a door, looks like an adjacent door into like a house, taps door 4 times in this kind of rhythmic dum dum. The door opens up. He says, looking to enjoy an evening, and just like shinks a coin. The door opens up. And you're led into kind of basically a speakeasy down a stairwell. There is noise. There is a little bit of like a lute playing in the corner. Yeah, you guys are in a more quiet bar. There's maybe around like 20 or so people in here. And Arthur goes up to the bar and he slides a few silver pieces on the table. You get a bottle of he slides probably about 30 pieces of silver on the table. And you get a brandy, 3 glasses. Enamel kind of mugs, and he leads past this huge cloth curtain. Again, the music is like softly playing in here. People are like talking and stuff. There's a game of cards going on, and you sit down at a quiet booth. And like when you guys talk to him or ask him much, he doesn't really say much. But what do you guys say? Anything to him at all? Like when you sit down?
I'm gonna wait for him to make his point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's kind of like an awkward silence, I'd probably be very uncomfortable and want to break it, and I'll probably just blurt out like non-diplomatically. So your allegiance changed?
No. It's no. Let me just start from the beginning. He sorry, I'm just putting the ambience on. He
Goddamn
s-
ambience.
goddamn ambience. So he uncorks the bottle and let you guys all take a sip of the brandy. Again, he takes like a deep swig of it first, then repours himself and says, Tatir. Takes another sip. Do you guys have a drink?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
sip,
do
I guess.
the trick.
Yeah.
Is this about something in particular, or are you taking a set drink for fun? Or
You've no patience, dude.
I have no patience. Honestly, I
thought
would have
it-
preferred you just tell us the entrance to the doorway, but this
I
is me
thought we could
humoring.
do something a little bit different. I don't know how many times we went out on a night out, Hendrik, and you were the first to slink away after. Anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, it's about what we all experienced a few days ago with our little madman and the High Lord. You were deceived. I wasn't, but you were. There's no 12 God-forsaken way that he is going to be sentenced and tried and given a proper court of sentencing in the capital. Even lied to his own daughter about it.
So what is the plan?
Plan is High Lord and his daughter and I are going to go back to the capital, Maldum and a few more brass shields stay behind, just a day or a few hours behind. Just after the first bridge, towards the cliffside, Shadow Inn. They're just going to unhitch the horses from the prisoner wagon and just let the spirits on the bridges get them. At least that's what I think he wants done. Either way, Amalgam is not getting what the High Lord said he was going to get to when he lied right to your faces. And I just think, well, I read it on Orly's face, be it with a High Lord or somebody else, but he's seen injustice before. And
It was
just
the
doesn't.
High Lord. It was a long time ago, and fortunate to see he hasn't changed. I don't really speak about this because it was a long time ago. I was a different kind of person, living a different kind of life. But I was really hoping this time round, being in his house and being hosted by him, that he changed. Maybe he saw the justice system a little differently, a little bit more justified, maybe. But no, same person.
Yeah. Killing Maldum and Elkhart, well, that's just too much heat. When the carriage just stop just before the capital, something will happen, whether it be on the bridges or not. But he needs a pliable way to sink the stuff down that lies down his daughter's throat that he wasn't involved. Poor girl. Poor Ruth. Going through all this. The problem is he lied to you, Hendrik. And in all the years, I thought that someone like him would never lie to his people who serve his will. But you're even more outside our order than you were before. You're a truth caller now. And even for all this, it ain't going to touch his station. I mean, he can round his way to the Hierophant about how he thought what was best, so no way we're going to get that position changed.
No, there's not much we can do with that.
No, but I don't think Maldum deserves. I don't know what Maldum deserves, but I know he doesn't deserve to be, drowned like a bag of stray kittens.
So that's what this means about that you're... 1 second. God damn it. IRL, 1 second.
Sorry?
Don't you think he deserves a just trial?
I've spoke to him a few times since his liberation from the entity inside of him. It means that, unfortunately, the boy was aware of what was happening, but he had no control over the movement of his body. And he's deeply traumatized. He had to witness what that thing was doing when it was in him for years. Hell, he had to witness that thing kill the woman he loved when it murdered Ruth back in the capital when he first escaped. But
exactly, the boy needs help, not an execution.
But speaking of the High Lord for just a moment more, this comes top down from the Hierophant. That all this involvement of why he needed to speak with it, promises some kind of quick absolution back to the underworld. We've been chasing our tail in Shady Dale for years now, trying to solve dozens and dozens of missing persons and macabre killings. No answers for it. The Hierophant's had enough. The High Lord's on a timeline. It means if he doesn't solve it the next couple weeks, well, someone's going to fill his slot. And that's why we so fortuitous that he was caught in Breakwater. Hastily got him shipped up to Oakhart. High Lord has, well, he's with the Madame Betancourt. So we found a nice quiet spot to conduct the ritual. But I just think he's been in charge of Erith for 45 years. And he ignores Shady Dale like you ignore a pimple on your ass crack. Yeah, you know it's there, but you ain't go damn touching or fiddling with it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Arthur, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's Arthur, yeah.
From everything I know of Arthur, and from this conversation we're having now, he is expounding how much he loves, the things done properly and proper justice and all that. Is there any shade of ambition to his tone?
Make an insight check.
Yes, sir. Insight. Automatic.
17?
That's shockingly bad.
That is bad. Do you want a reroll or anything like that?
I do have inspiration. Is it worth it?
You just reroll one of the die and have advantage, so...
It's not worth it. Not for this one. I'll take 17.
Okay.
I'll take 17.
Okay.
17. Yeah. 17 is pretty close to 20. It's not that bad.
You don't get the sense of ambition. You get the sense of just like worry for the position. Like he's worried what it would mean for the respectability of that station to find out that he ignored justice, ignored an investigation, ignored people's misery in one district, and then when he had a lead on it, he messed it all up for the sake of his own pride and his own personal involvement with the character involved, and he's not doing things right. He's not doing things by the book, and but there is that worry of like it would reflect badly on him as well. Like it would, as his most senior inquisitor and the person leading on all this, he would be, flying with the crows, as it were.
Mm.
That's pretty clear logic with your 18 or 19 intelligence.
Arthur, this is the problem that you want to resolve. Then this is something you can just walk away from or get transferred away from. There's a reason I've worked essentially alone, and this is it.
I remember when I started when I was a young scaly boy just starting, and you said, don't try and get too close to the politics of this position, and I didn't listen to your warning, Hendrik. I mean, you've been doing this job for, longer than even my great-great-grandmother's been around.
You don't need to rub it in, but yeah.
Well, it must be nice. But anyway, he ain't going back to the capital. He's not going to have some trial and shaded out, and he sure as hell ain't going to take him to Storm Vault of all places for this ritual like he's promised the boy. The most bespoke, high-class prison in our realm to then do this possessed character's trial. The boy's just so damn damaged he believes it's all true. But I've said what I've said. I've told you what I can. And that now makes me liable when he reaches into his back pocket and reaches out a satchel and there's a scroll case and he tosses it to your hand, Hendrik. This wasn't easy to get a hold of, but for your protection, certainly my own protection, I can't know we had this conversation.
Is that a modified memory, Scroll?
It is one that will change my senses of what I've known. So you use that on me. You tell us that I called by. You put in my mind I called by. I had a drink with my new friends that recently got a fancy-ass house. We talked about such a hell of much of a hard fight it was, and that's all we talked about. We talked about good times, and Orly shed some stories about bringing a brass shield. And I forget this conversation ever happened, but you won't.
I appreciate you just dropping this pile of shit into my lap for me to deal with by myself now.
I won't be there. I won't be in your way.
I know.
Loud.
I know that's what makes it more of a pain in the ass.
It's better this way because I can't lie to the man. He's known me for decades. If I go back in there and he asks me some questions about whatever, he can get blood from a stone. You know that. He's just as likely to round me and you up if he suspects something.
You're asking me to jump headfirst into the pit.
I'm not saying do anything. I just said you should be aware that the man that was running you for the past 4 decades lied to you.
Well, let's not.
And maybe if he lied to other people, but he's going to act like he solved this shit for the Hierophant's sake. He's going to march right into Sanctuary in his next quarterly meeting with the Hierophant and say all those killings, all those things that resolved in Shady Dale. I don't think it will be, you know?
Is he being truthful right now? Like,
Begin insight check.
Yeah,
it sounds like he does want us to definitely do. Where's my sheet?
I mean, Arthur, you could quit.
Wow,
you could find a
natural
new
20.
master. Holy
Natural
shit.
20. That's an unreal roll. Do you want to roll an insight check as well, Hendrik? For the modified memory and everything that came after that.
I mean, I don't see any reason to doubt it.
Sure. With the 24, Orly, ask me a couple questions. Ask me 3 questions about what you want to know about his frame of mind right now, what you can read in his body language, his tone.
Okay, sure. Ryan, jump in if you want. Definitely my initial question is he's saying he's kind of powering this off as in like, oh, I'm just letting you know what I know, but and meanwhile saying I'm not expecting anything from you guys, but is he definitely expecting us to do something? And
He
what?
is expecting you guys to do something wiser than he would because he's so close to. He feels like he can't act on this because he wouldn't be impartial to the truth caller. He feels like he can't enact whatever, like raising it and going above his level to the Hierophant. He worries it'd be the end of his career, it'd be the end of his life, it'd be the end of everything he's achieved. It would be burned with the same brush. But also that even if he did, he worries that somehow something might happen to him, or even worse, he might get convinced to let this drop.
I'm not professional. Brian, anything?
Nothing I don't already know the answer to.
Okay.
You could ask him what is it. Oh no, we already know what he's afraid of.
Yeah, that's I was going to fear, and then I was like, no.
We already know what he's
kinda
afraid
no.
of, which is his being dragged down.
Does it seem? I mean, he's obviously brought us out here. He trusts us with the knowledge. Does it look like he feels we could not? How do I phrase this? Does it look like he has a lot of faith in us succeeding by telling us
He
this?
saw you guys and your troop vastly outpower that demon, and basically that read of like, we probably weren't ready for that, but you guys sure as shit were. And I'm glad that I told Hendrik to come, and I trust Hendrik now. I trust Hendrik even more. I trust Hendrik more to deal with this more than myself right now. That's his read.
What kind of fear does Arthur have, especially towards the High Juritus, with this conversation we're having? Is it like terrified, petrified, specifically towards just the High Juritus personal?
He's worried that if like he gets quizzed on this and interviewed and interrogated about the conversation he's had about you, his own safety is one thing, but he's worried that if High Juritus reads that he's been here, told us how the conversation, admitted that the Hierophant is at fault and lied, how that's going to affect you, not so much him. He can stomach the blows. It'll be what it'll be. The Hierophant likes him. Sorry, not the Hierophant. The High Juritus likes him. So there'll be some kind of, bad blood, but it's not like he'll kill Arthur. He's not worried for his own safety that way. It's not like he's worried for his life. He's worried for you, though, now knowing this. But, again, you're Brass Shield. He saw something in you. You've just admitted that he's been doing this for years. And Hendrik being so old and wise, he's been about the block, had half a dozen High Lord Juratuses commanding him for a long time over the years. He doesn't think of anyone else better to tell this information to, so it doesn't happen again. It doesn't continue.
I
That's
gotta
3
tell you,
questions, right?
Arthur, you've picked your timing perfectly. I've literally just been reunited with my lost son, and now I have this to deal with as well.
Well, they ain't going to leave it till after the tourney. The High Lord as a little bit of a make-up present to his daughter, has gotten seats for her during the tourney. Well, he does all his paperwork for Meldum's case, building somewhat of a case to explain to the Hierophant if this was all worth it. I've got to do a bit of administration around the Brass Shields and get a caravan together. Yeah, make a perception check, Hendrik.
I do insight because it'd be like, it wouldn't just be
Yeah,
like looking around.
for sure. Yeah. 27.
Wow.
That's a nat 20.
Natural 20. Arthur picked this spot well. Nobody fucking cares, dude.
I like Arthur.
What a spot
Okay.
to pick.
Okay, Arthur. Well, we're not going to do it in here. Let's do it in the alleyway.
All right. And at least let me finish the bottle. Tell me it was a good bottle. I bought some cheap shit because I wasn't going to remember it anyway, or at least not the same. And he
If
finishes
I have
the
to remember
brandy.
the bottle, you have to remember the bottle.
Good point. All right. So you leave. Is there anything you say to him before you want to do this, or
Nope.
okay?
It's not that sort of mind wipe.
Yeah, you leave the bar, and you go to the back alley in like a small recluse, and you unfurl the scroll, and the scroll is a written down celestial tone of how to modify one's memory.
Damn.
I'll cast it on
Yep.
Arthur and follow his wishes to modify his memory in the way that he specified.
Yeah. As that happens, the concentration for a minute, you see this like tendril, just like light emit from the scroll to his forehead, and his eyes kind of go glazed over, and you change his memory, you change what his thoughts were, you changed everything you've discussed. Is there anything you want to put in there, or just what he said? You doing?
No, I'm not going to fuck with Arthur on this mind.
Okay. As the spell ends, he returns to consciousness. His legs go a little bit shaky, and he goes, "Well, I know we're on our way back, but I don't really want to let you guys watch me piss." And he turns around to go piss behind some boxes.
Okay, Arthur. You have a good night.
Yeah,
Or-
I'll see you guys about at some point. I'll wish you farewell before the end of the tourney.
Okay.
And you leave?
Yep. I'm going to have a conversation with Orly on the way back.
Sure.
Okay, Orly. What's your read on that whole situation?
I find it very unusual that I was here, to be honest.
I'll be honest, I do too. It's not the strangest thing, but yeah, I agree.
He definitely read me right during that fight, but I don't believe I could have too much input on this situation. I'm not a Brass Shield anymore. That was years ago. I'm outside of the law. If any, like everything that we've done as a party, aside from the fact that you've been in the party, is essentially being outside of the law, and that's how. Well, I mean, without divulging too much about my personal life, that's kind of how I've gotten by with my family for the last decade or two.
Do you think we should intervene?
I feel bad for that boy. I really, really do. Especially how he reacted after he was separated from the demon. That looked genuine.
Yeah. He did not get dealt a kind hand.
I was definitely not a good life. Regardless of him knowing what might happen when it did. I feel like Arthur telling us what he just told us was pretty much a Hail Mary. If we don't do anything, that boy will probably get the worst kind of end.
Almost certainly guaranteed. The idea that the sorry, DM, what is it Hierophant?
The Hierophant is the last is like the head of the tier church, and that's who
Yeah,
the High Lord Church answers to.
High Lord.
Do you want to know the name?
No. High Lord Jurtus. High Lord. High Lord
High
is
Lord,
the,
yeah.
the guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's the wise guy. Yeah.
Are you some kind of wise guy?
It's just High Lord being below the Hierophant is two different titles sorts. Well, I think Erith's trying to draw me in, but I don't know if acting within the law and the rules of the hierarchy of tier, I don't know in a way in which we can intervene to save an admittedly unfortunate person who has committed the horrible crime of aiding and abetting demons in order to save themselves. It sounds like an absolute mess. And if I were to be honest, and I'm speaking out loud, I'm speaking out loud to you, Orly, so you can sort of understand where I'm coming from here. The High Lord has jurisdiction to do what he's doing, even if it feels wrong to Arthur. And in 20 years, the High Lord will probably be dead of old age.
That's 20 years. That's 20 years of possibly hundreds more lives destroyed by this man just because he's able to loophole his way around his justice system.
We don't have evidence of him destroying lives except for this one person who aided and abetted demons. And even then, it is arguable that the life was destroyed by the person himself.
I've seen the High Lord firsthand take away the futures and lives of other people past. Just to expediently get through a case of individuals who he deemed less worthy than this system itself.
Can you tell me about that?
It was a long enough time ago. Maybe not partly. Maybe not from your perspective, but for me, it was a long time ago. When I was a brass shield, and it was, damn it, Cypher. What's the name of the place? Shady what?
Shady Doll.
Shady Doll. I had my own fair share of patrols in Shady Doll, and albeit it's not the nicest place of the capital, people are still people, and many of the people there did what they could to survive. Sometimes lawful, sometimes unlawful, but survival is survival. And in this particular case, my experience, it was just a bunch of kids. I can't even remember what they did now. It's been so long ago. I think they stole an item of food, a single item of food, perhaps. That was enough for me and my partner long ago, my brass shield partner, to take them in. Normally, with the law, when you steal, even if it's something small, there's repercussions. Sure. However, these kids were sat before the High Lord, and no more than a minute went by before the case was essentially dismissed. It was solved, but dismissed from my eyes because they were sent to the Elend mines for for life, essentially. Let's just say that. I can't remember how many years it was, but it was pretty much life. All over one item of food. That, to me, is a ruined life and not justified.
Sorry, what was the sentencing for it?
If I remember correctly, the crime was for stealing, but the sentence was life in the mines. Am I right by saying that, DM?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
And just for some context as well, that
Thank
happened.
you.
Like he was like within the job maybe like a few weeks, maybe a couple months, and this is like the first time you saw his High Lord like personally hand down a case. Where you were in the room. Just so happened he was visiting the Shady Isle sentencing house. Because a lot of intermediates, but basically all sentencing does go through him in some capacity or another. And he just kind of was like, "Yep, I know what's going to do here. These 7 boys, Eland."
That is an unreasonable sentencing.
It was a long
And this
time
was
ago. Like I said, I was
No,
hoping he changed.
well, I wouldn't hope for something to change, but what I'd hope for is that the Hierophant or the others of the Order would have righted that. Really, in your conscience, what would you hope for in this situation? Because I don't know how far you want to go with this.
I'm more than willing to help in whatever way seems most justified from your perspective. Because even though we don't know each other that long, and even though you're a pain in the ass sometimes when it does come to the law, I trust in you when it does come to it more than my own beliefs, because at best they would be more belief than logic when it comes to the copious amounts of laws and interweaving systems there are with the justice system.
Sometimes the law can be very straightforward, though.
Yeah, if you know it.
If you know it. Well,
I do want to help this boy.
God.
And maybe it's biased. Maybe
No,
it's
we're not.
just...
I'll tell you right now, there's nothing that we can do to save this boy. Not legally. Anything beyond that, I cannot. The Hierophant, the High Hierophant already knows, has an idea, let's say, of what is going on. And if we are to resolve this issue, it's going to have to be within the system itself. It's not going to be us swooping in and committing crimes for the greater justice, etc., etc. That's not how you deal with.
I don't think I'd be able to convince you to do that ever, anyways. Well, even if we can't save him, maybe we can do some good and change the leadership of the High Juritus even, or at least expose his methods.
I mean, what we need is more examples of his breach of power. If we can show those to the Hierophant, documented, proven, then we would be able to have a stronger case of having the High Lord dismissed, or even
that's doable. Yeah, we could
tried for his.
Now,
and
the question
if
is
we
whether
were
we get these documents.
Well, that'd be research. There's records of sentencing, but if we were to intervene on, okay, remember he said that the boy would be accidentally left on the bridge, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If we were to intervene with that and to witness it, and I mean, say they leave him on the bridge accidentally, quote unquote, and we're there to save him, and he no longer. I mean, that would save the boy. That would show that. I mean, they wouldn't be able to be angry at us because it was unintentional. Are they going to be accuse us of saving a prisoner? So they wouldn't be able to do anything against us.
He's left there, so yeah.
Well, no, he would be a prisoner. They'd probably leave him in a cage. But if they wouldn't be able to, what's the word? Strike back at us, punish us, or whatever for stopping something that shouldn't have happened. It would just show their guilt more if they did. And we would be witness to gross negligence at the very least, or we may be able to get more information out of it by intervening here. We just have to be intelligent and careful about it.
That is one option. Another option for obtaining information, which could work in with future plans, would be.
God, we have to babysit this fucking kid. This not kid, this person. Damn, how old is the demon bastard?
Oh, Maldum?
Yeah, Maldum. He's like 20?
He's a half elf, so he's about 48, but he looks about 20-ish.
This literal child. We're going to babysit him because, oh my god, they're going to try and kill him every chance they get.
Well, they said they can't. I mean, that's what Arthur said. They can't kill him with an O-cart. It'd be too suspicious.
Yeah, and we'd basically have to escort him to.
Arthur mentioned the bridge. Would I be able to
make a survival or history?
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a bridge with ghosts. Ghost bridge.
20. Yeah.
I might use inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
You might roll. Okay, yeah, whatever.
No. Wait, do I have to use the 11?
I think it's
No. It's. Oh, is it? Oh shit.
I'm just gonna get the rules up here now. A D20 test.
Can't
Heroic
remember.
inspiration. I think you have to. When the outcome of an action is uncertain, you rolls a D20 time. Oh, this is. Oh, why isn't it showing me? I'll have to go all the way.
Can I roll?
You could roll
Arcana or
history check as
history?
well. Yeah,
History
you
check,
can.
gotcha, yes, sir. I would like to cast guidance on myself.
I'm reroll and use the new one.
Yeah. 15.
No, not 15. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So between the two of you, you do know that there's bridges. There's two really well-known, famous bridges just south of Oakhart. One over the Maven River and one over the Black Run River. The Maven is just before the Vein of the Vale. The other one's on the other side of the Vein of the Vale. These are two bridges you have to cross to get towards Vard in the south from this area from Oakhart. With your check, Hendrik,
I mean, if
you
it's a
know,
ghost bridge, it should be pretty.
you know that these bridges weren't haunted for they've not been haunted for years and years and years. They were haunted by when the decaying shrub happened. One of the orders that was there was the Order of the Unbreakable, which has a lot of daughters and sons and family and fathers of people who served in that order, and man-at-arms as well. It's kind of like the Oakhart's Order of the Templars, and they were almost that entire order was on the campaign trail to follow the decaying where the decaying shrub happened. And when the people of Oakhart learned that nearly everyone that left, some 3,000 people, a couple hundred or so, people so wrapped by grief on both bridges, they did what they did.
The water.
Yeah, they did what they did. And it was deemed that it was such a tragedy that it would be, even though they are incorporeal spirits and they are cursed ghosts, it was the amount of sorrow that's there that has empowered these spirits. It is deemed too risky unless it's a major effort undertaken by a legion of clerics to completely purify those bridges. And so now, when people travel from Oakhart to Eland or whatever, or they go across the south from Oakhart, it is very deliberately paced in a way that you cross one bridge, you stay the night at an inn halfway through, and then you cross the other one in the day. There are guards on either side of the bridge that prevent people from trying to cross it in darkness.
Oh, there are 2 haunted bridges?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Oh fuck.
Okay.
So there's one that's immediately south. That's the kind of first bridge on the Maven River, and then there's the second one on the Black Run River. But if such and such was doing it, as soon as they leave, like trying to do it as fast, it'd be like, it's about 15 miles to the first bridge. And then from the first bridge to the second bridge, it's like about another 20 miles to the next one. So
you want to be booking it if you wanted to hit 2 bridges in one day.
Yeah, unless you're riding chargers or something like that. But yeah, if you're on foot, you basically got to cross, and that's by the way that the inns are spaced the way they are. There's a Cliff Shadow Inn on the midpoint. I'll put that on the Legend Keeper. It should pop up in a few moments. But yeah, but if Maladam is left on a bridge, it could be one of those two. If they do it that way, which, could be explainable. We're under pressure. We have to get this criminal back. We just chose to rush it. Something happened with the carriage. We were delayed. A wagon wheel broke and we ran. Left the carriage there. Something like that could happen. It wouldn't be, it'd be like, well, you got to save yourself if you get trapped in there in darkness.
Really, I hate politics. I hate having to maneuver this shit to do actions that are effective, but then to limit them because it might piss off this person, that person, or get us in trouble in a certain way.
I mean, but also, like, it's that thing as well. It's like, well, if under the cover of darkness, if Malton's body is completely gone, well, they'll just assume he died, or we might have got out the cage, but
What are you implying? Are you implying we kidnap him?
I'm not saying kidnap him. I'm saying liberate him, and then he kind of has like a fake your own death experience, where the law thinks he's dead.
Yeah, that'd be illegal.
I'm just speaking from the heart.
We're not doing this.
To be honest, you're pretty much repeating what we said.
Speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
That's illegal,
The,
DM.
the heart being get arrested.
I mean, isn't technically what he's doing illegal as well?
What?
So
By leaving him to die.
yeah,
Yeah.
the entire thing he's doing is illegal. So it's just we're doing
Two wrongs
things a
don't make a
little bit
right,
illegal.
guys.
Yes,
Yes, they do.
You right the
do.
wrongs. That's how you get the right.
And we are righting the wrongs.
No, not by doing a wrong.
Yes, we can.
Ernock. This is why I don't tell him anything.
Correct. This is why
His
you
sense of
don't tell
justice
me
is
anything.
completely just willy-nilly.
I will
The
point out
laws
that
aren't
my
also inherently correct.
I
right?
will point
So,
out that my flaw is I don't care about the law. I do what's right.
This is all over Sand and Stone, by the way. He's somebody.
Everyone's crawling around FaceTime and being like, well, I think
No.
this.
No.
Hendrik
Lyrnock doesn't
Butnov
actually
accidentally.
have to. I just know what Lyrnock
Oh,
would
God, no.
say.
Oh yeah.
It's like a little cloud, a speech bubble cloud.
Yes, exactly. The Lyrnock on my shoulder is like, God damn it. No.
Hendrik definitely has a
No,
Lyrnock on
it's
his
like
shoulder.
it's like that scene from Spider-Man where he's like, "This is classic. Just watch. He's gonna say this."
God. Okay, Orly, here's the issue. If we tell the rest of the party, they're going to be like, we have to save him. Whereas
Yeah,
saving him
we
might not
should.
be. I mean, no. We're playing. Fuck, man. This is why I hate this shit. Because now we have to play politics, which means politics is you aim for the long term.
This is your forte. Like, I
No,
mean,
it's
don't
not.
tell me you don't
My
want to
forte
save this
is
boy.
living out in the fucking boonies and walking between villages and solving problems that way.
You don't want to save this boy with the knowledge that he's probably going to be left for dead just to
I pled
loophole
for
another
his
system.
life. I pled for his life so Lyrnock would not kill my coworkers, let's call them. The High Lord, A, has legal authority to do this execute him to death. 2, even if he's murdering, not putting him to death, but murdering this boy, we have to prove it. We can't just free him from prison, or else we become criminals. There's a third point, but I'm so angry at this situation, I can't remember what it is. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so if we do save this boy, we put ourselves on the opposite side. We put ourselves on the side of justice, on the opposite side of law. And if we tell Lyrnock what's going on, he's going to put us on the opposite side of law. And when you're on the opposite side of law, you can't fucking fix the shit.
Okay, get it.
Oh, this is terrible. I hate this so much. It's so much easier just catching criminals in the act. Fuck, I hate cities.
You're not gonna like this, but we should tell the.
And again, we could just wait 20 years and he dies of old age.
No,
That generally works.
we should.
I like to think that Hendrix had like 5 or 6, like 2 or 3 bosses over his time that have been like corrupt as shit. And he's like, well, if I just wait it out, the new one will be fine.
I would say half. Probably half. Yeah. And it's like, I'll just wait 50 years. He'll die.
All right. Shall we have a 10-minute break there while everyone's thinking?
Yeah,
Sure thing.
We'll end it just with me telling... Wait, hold on, damn. Do we know when they're going to leave with the boy?
After the tournament.
Yeah, we've got time.
Okay, Orly, just do me a favor. Just... Tier promised me. Piggy promised me.
My fingers crossed behind my back, by the way. Do you want me to roll sleight of hand, Cypher?
Yeah, roll sleight hand.
Okay. What the fuck?
I haven't even asked you what to promise me yet, Orly. Put your hands out front.
Fine. What?
Until the tournament's over, don't mention this to anyone. Just give me time to figure this out.
Okay,
It's not an unreasonable demand, is it? We can't do anything until the tournament's over anyways.
It's definitely gonna lie. Like he's definitely gonna lie. Like, do you wanna roll? Like, I'll say yes, but like, it's not a yes.
Okay, well, I'll say you make a deception check, Gordy. You make an insight check, because I think you would definitely both be doing those active skill checks. Deception for Orly, insight for Hendrik. Whether Hendrik goes, okay, I know you've lied to me, but I'm just going to eat it anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, an 18. Okay,
I need a 19
you need a 19. He's a fucking detective, dude.
to roll. Fuck. Yeah.
Oh my god!
You look me straight in my eyes and you
Nice.
lie. You lie.
I promise you, Henry.
You lied to your
promise
best
you.
friend Hendrik.
I promise.
Hmm.
I won't speak a word of this to any of the rest, especially not Thoric or Laranor.
You two take inspiration for all of this entire malarkey. That was perfect. I love that. That was great.
That was great. That was awesome.
I think Hendrik
Yeah.
is so angry at the situation that he doesn't even pay attention to Orly.
He's like, Ori wouldn't lie to me.
Orly lying directly in my face like some sort of liar.
Oh man.
It's a horrible situation, though. It like the whole law thing. Like, it's very rare, especially with like with the detail that we're going into it. It's kind of it is difficult.
Mm.
I'm gonna probably be away for maybe 25 minutes or that. I need
Okay.
to dinner.
Can you listen in, or is it just like
I know I can listen in. It's just I won't be
Okay,
really
no
able
problem.
to do anything.
that's fine? Let's go for 10 minutes, or say we'll go 15 minutes. Let's go 15 minutes, guys.
15
Yeah.
is-
Sorry. By the way, if I need to make a roll, just Cypher, just roll for me.
Sure,
If,
no
yeah,
problem.
brilliant. Okay.
All right, 15 minutes. We'll get back at just 51 minutes past 7 for us. 51 minutes past.
Cool.
With the heartfelt promise of our dear Orly promising to Hendrik that he will not tell anybody what they have just discussed and believed, I think we can go ahead and kind of cut to the next day again, and some more time can pass. Is there anything people want to do that night of the 22nd before we cut into the 23rd, or?
Not really.
No, still just reading.
Cool. Just reading your book. Now it's like detailing for Torkel's book. Now it's like detailing the far east of the Concord and like how that kind of borderland juts and butts up against older forests and like more mountainous regions, leading into kind of the more central plant life and forest cover that is more fun in kind of the center of the continent and things. As again, it's like purely like it's not cultural or societal. It's more just like what you can find there plant wise and stuff, and how to use that all to your benefit and things. Okay, so we cut ahead to the 23rd. Anything people want to do today at all, or we just want to cut to the opening day of the luncheon?
I believe the luncheon.
Yeah.
Okay. Excelente. Muy bien.
Orly want to betray my trust directly right now or later?
We'll get to that when he comes back.
Okay.
All right. So, let me just. So it was 5. So, right. Let's do some quick maths here. Okay.
One.
So, at about, at about 8 o'clock the next day on the 23rd, both Torkel and Leonok finish reading their books. So let's fix their character sheets and let's give their bonuses to them. So
What is that, +2?
+2 to your wisdom, yeah. Just make a character sheet note somewhere, like that it's increased to something that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
20.
20 wisdom. So that improves like everything, I think, for you.
Oh, she would let me edit it. Notes.
Yep. Do you want me to go and edit it, or have you done it?
Just 2 seconds.
No problem. Is it okay on your character sheet, Leonok?
Oh, I'm just doing it now. So what I've done is I've put I made a note in the notes section just to say +2 con from the manual of bodily health. Well, that should help keep things thing.
Yeah, I've made a note.
Nice. So you get a bunch. You get like 9 HP more, Lernok.
Yeah, another 8.
Nice. Did that work for you as well, Torkel?
Yes.
Nice. So you're on 84 hit points now, Lernok?
That I am.
Wow.
Weak.
Weak.
I'm Mr. Dwarf. Calm the fuck down.
Get on my level, bro.
Bitch, I will take the tough feat just so I can get another like 2 hit points every level.
You might need it.
With my subclass? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So until you finish your books, is there like any like change in you? Like how does that kind of like benefit that magical boon show in either of you, or does it show at all? Or maybe we'll see how it reveals itself later.
I start wearing a monocle.
I
Look for a top hat.
could tell
I
you.
don't think it
Go ahead.
really makes much of a difference to. Torkel is essentially, from his point of view, continued his like learning that he's always been doing. So it's more information, more understanding, like developing a deeper understanding in some areas that he already had like a bit of a shallow understanding in. But I don't think it necessarily significantly impacts him in a way that's quite identifiable at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, we may see what Montier's or Pilar Montier's lessons and how they may reveal themselves. As for the training regime of the Raising Flame Order of the Templars, how's that benefited Learnock?
Again, it's because of the fact that it's probably more a case of he's just sort of worked his way, kind of almost worked that out a little bit. He's got real rip now, because even though he's not, because he's not changing his strength. But it's just like he said, it's probably not any significant change, because at the end of the day, it's just almost durability, I guess. But like, he just feels like he's got a little bit more energy. He knows how to conserve the energy a little bit more, so he can effectively just have better stamina, really. I guess it's not really a great way to describe improvement to con.
Yeah. Okay. So the next night, you all sleep, aware that tomorrow brings the dawn of the tournament, at least the opening salvo of what will be a period of time where you're vying against others. You are maneuvering within the system of celestial patronage, this tourney which will determine Thoric's fate and maybe that of your owns. You wake up, the clothes that you asked to be ready are perfectly prepared. The staff present you a hearty meal, and it comes time to get close to leaving. And again, Teru Cruz approaches and he says, "You have a caller." Who goes and checks it out?
I'll head to the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was it anyone specific they were asking for again, or?
He said the poet.
Oh, good.
So as you go to threshold the door, so imagine that someone is wearing a badminton, like, you know, the little, what's the thing in badminton you bat between each other? The
shuttlecock.
shuttlecock. So imagine someone's like wearing two shuttlecocks on top of each other. So one is like the cone from the midriff going up, and one is the cone going downward. He's dressed like two solid red shuttlecocks, and like his face is like obscured by like, the mesh of the fabric in between the strands of the shuttlecock. And as you get to the threshold of the door, he goes, "What do you think?" And does a twirl.
You look ridiculous.
Oh, don't be so down. This is the fashion in the capital, my dear dwarf.
You
And he
look
like kind of asks, like, yeah.
an accident.
Well, I thought red to strike a... Just to be it striking, you know? Although getting in and out of the carriage is going to be a mare. I made it myself.
Turn away from the door and head back inside.
Yeah. He waddles. Like, he can't walk properly. He waddles. Oh, is everyone else ready? And like such a waddle, like, inside.
Question.
I'm surrounded by morons.
These clothes, they out of character. These clothes would have been made by like a follower of Kinos, wouldn't it? Like a fabric
the one... I think the guy that made all this is a yeah, he is. But whatever Tame is wearing is like a bit batty. Like you can't even see his feet. That's how low like the kind of bottom dress imprint is. And for the top of it, it's like a slightly more see-through fabric between like all the strands of the shuttlecock. It probably goes another like 3 inches above his like his head, the top of his head. It's like it's almost like his entire. Any way you look at him, he's kind of like see-through from like his midriff upwards, but bottom down is completely covered. It's this deep blood red. I don't know if any of you guys have tried to see a bride trying to get into a carriage, but that's what's going to take place. But imagine a bride is wearing a wedding dress from the bottom, a wedding dress from the top up as well.
Did Tame lose a fight with someone? Has someone done this to him?
Some sort of,
he's in
is
the...
this the challenge of the first day that he's practicing for? Who can embarrass themselves the most?
You all don't think it's that mad, do you? I had a good authority, and like spins around and like he kind of has to like kind of feel it, touch his face through the fabric, and like you can sometimes like peel the fabric away. You can see his face is full of makeup. I put it on, and then I realized I can't do my makeup in it, so I had to take it off, which took about 40 minutes, and then I had to reapply all my oils and waxings and paintings, and then get back in it.
There was definitely a lot of work put into it.
What check would it be to know what the fashion is nowadays?
Just a D20.
All right, sure, I'll try it. I want to know if
Fashion check.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Before we actually roll, that would be fucking great.
Those people in the capital come up with some weird stuff, my friend.
Yeah, he might be right.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't doubt that you're right. He does still look like a moron.
He looks. Yes, I mean, I do agree. It still looks ridiculous, but it may be the current in fashion. I can't say I've kept up with it.
All right, I've got the carriage coming in a few more moments. Again, last callings. No armaments, no weaponry, no armor to be worn at the luncheon. So if you've got any knives tucked away or any spoons for that matter, best to part with them now.
Okay.
Thank you for the heads up. We appreciate it.
Look, do I have any weapons?
Your spells.
They can't take that shit off me. I have a gun. I probably shouldn't take the gun.
And I have this gun. When did you get a gun?
I forgot that animation. I don't remember giving you a gun. When did you get a gun?
Yeah, I know. That's what it was. But when did the blind dragonborn get a gun? I don't remember giving him a gun.
I forgot about that.
Sorry. Anyway, just for obvious sake, Limak will take off all weapons. He's not going to do anything. I'm not going to take off the character sheet unless you really want me to. But I'm just going to say I don't have it. If that's okay.
Staff.
Yeah, staff, sword, everything.
Yeah, cool. No problem. No problem.
He's not going to try and push his luck with the staff. I don't know if I could pull a Gandalf again.
And then everybody else is
man of his walking stick.
Yeah. And then everybody else is leaving behind all their weapons.
Yep, unfortunately.
That
You just-
I don't think I have an alternative holy symbol to the Innovation Hammer of Kinos. Which is a shame.
You could like spend like a ritual an hour just to make something your holy symbol, just for the like a pendant or a necklace or like a ring or something like that. You could use the ring from the Ring of Recall if you wanted to.
Forgot I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll spend some time chiseling. Wait. From my understanding of crafting, if I make amendments to this ring, it's not going to negate the magic that it has, is it?
No, I'll just allow you to make it that thing. To
It's
make
just
it your
to
holy
carve
symbol.
the Kinos symbol into the ring.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you can make that your holy symbol, your summoning, arcane focus if you want, whatever it is. Cool, no problem. So you spend an hour basically. We'll imagine you know you're not going to be wearing. We'll say that like you've got time to prepare and do that, or maybe sketch on the way to the carriage. Okay. So I believe that's everybody ready. Again, like. Team is in a bit of like a frenzy of like, make sure there's no mud on your boots. Be nice and polite to everyone you meet. Don't shake anyone's hand. Don't touch anybody unless they touch you first. And if they do touch you first, just if they're lower stature than you, act offended. And he's like trying to go over like all these things in his head to like last lessons before all this stuff.
As prestidigitation to clean the boot mud off my boots.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing if I have notes of what he says somewhere. But no. Okay, so with that, you guys get in the rented carriage, the same carriage that Tim had paid for before, this fancy expensive carriage. And he when you guys all get in, like it's like again, his outfit takes up two person seats worth. So Orly kind of has to like tuck in beside Thoric and in between Thoric and Torkel and like kind of get smushed in a little bit. And you ride from your your accommodation, the Calmont Terrace, towards the gondola, and like there very much is like a earwigging and onlooker spread of people like watching the carriages all line up, and like a taxi ring carriages are lining up towards kind of a drop-off area next to the gondola, and people are getting out. There's some servants helping them get out, and there's a queue of around 40 people, again just as elaborately dressed, just as ridiculously dressed as you, but you get the sense that the people who are like traveling from the lower city to the upper city are probably like just like yourselves, like entrants or maybe just been invited or whatever. There is two people there who look like their Sunday best is like a few, let's not say a few, let's say like a couple, like 100 gold short of looking anywhere close to how everybody else is. They look like what a middle income gold income family would be able to afford of their outfits, but they're queuing up as well, and there's like a few looks back of people in front of them, a few looks in front of them, and they're clearly whispering something to themselves. The man looks more worried than the woman who's standing there confidently, and as you queue for the gondola, when it comes time for you, the officiant at the front, who is a brass shield, they've got a slightly different hat on, like some formal hat on for the event, and he just counts up, 6 years that'll be, and he just like makes a quick sum. With 25 gold each, or you can have a week pass. And then as he looks 150 gold in total, and as he speaks, the other servant or the other acolyte manning the station gives him a tap, points to something above where the booth that he's in, and he goes, "Oh no, it's all right. Those 5 can go on, no bother. You, sir, in the red, you'll have to pay." And he goes, Of course. I will.
I will cover it.
Yeah, he goes to reach for his coin purse, and he's like, I didn't put a pocket in this outfit.
What was it 25 gold?
25, yeah,
fair?
for team. Yeah,
I'll pay for him.
sure. You pay for team.
He's helped us quite a bit, so we'll help him out here.
Yeah. Much like the carriage ride, the gondola, like your party goes up just by themselves because of Tim's ridiculous dress. Some people actually don't actually get in the gondola with you, even there's like room. Everyone's moving a party, so don't really want to be separated, or how like husbands and wives or couples or compatriots all separate. So you ride up. There's the whole Mina face carved into the stone that you could swear is recently painted. Like there's that extra like paleness, lightness, light blue to her eyes. Like people like it's been the paint that is long fade has been repainted the past couple of days to give it that extra ostentatious, that extra dramatic flair of the pious nature of Mina's carving on the whole stone face, going up towards Crown's Crest. And as you exit off of the gondola, there is how would you say, a parade of people heading towards the Elerhen Palace. There is a great amount of just space being taken up. Some people are actually like getting out of the gondola and getting into a carriage, then ride like a few hundred yards, then get out of a carriage ring. So people are like doing as little walking as possible. Mostly people in elaborate dress, such as Tame. And Tame is like doing that shuffle walk, like walking like a little bit like his britches are a bit full. He's like, should we rent a carriage? Would that be easier, perhaps?
Yeah, how much would it cost?
Did the carriage only take us to the lift? Sorry.
The carriage took you to the bottom gondola. You've gone up the gondola, gotten off the gondola at the top of Crown's Crest, then there's another rink of carriages to move you around like 700 meters or so, about like 2,000 feet on the other side of Crown's Crest towards the houses, towards the luncheon is where everyone else is moving. It's like yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, Christ, yeah, I was going to say, so when you say there's a parade, is it like chock-a-block? But it sounds like it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And like there's like some efficiency in the way, like keeping people out of the kind of assigned route for the carriages, stop people like walking in front of them and things. But yeah, that is what you see. And as you're walking, are you guys talking amongst yourselves or anything?
Yeah, we're also going to be making, I guess, some small talk at the very least. Like,
yeah.
Probably running through, not necessarily basic manners, but like formal manners a little bit with Thoric, just being like, but pretty much just like going back on his probably very old knowledge at this point of when he was, a full member of the Unbreakable, and when he was probably a little bit more accepted in higher society events. Yeah, these are me going through him with that. I suppose we could get a carriage. It may be easier. How? When did we have to be at the hall by?
It would be like midday. So like now it's like 11 or so, and like you can come in now. You can come in now, but like you're in that kind of frenzy, like peak hour of everyone's been rushing, everyone's trying to get there early, so it's actually created a bit more block traffic than that.
Mummy, which building is it we're going to?
You are going to the Elerhen Palace at the top of Crown's Crest.
Oh, dude, that's like 100 meters.
Yeah.
I
just
think we
as
can
a
walk
quick glance. Yeah. Well, we can definitely walk it. The problem is, how fast is the rest of the crowd moving? Like
the crowd's
having a look. Can we? Yeah, I was gonna say, can we have a look and basically make almost a judgment call to be like, when you're in the supermarket and you're going like, oh, that line's taking this long. Okay, so
totally.
Yeah. Just having a look, can we get an estimate of would we make it in an hour or?
Oh yeah, you'd make it in an hour. Yeah, you'd make
DM,
it.
who has the
okay.
flying carpet? Who has the flying carpet? We just fly over this.
The house, also technically still an illegal item.
I got temporary dispensation, did I?
I don't
I
think
think
you had
you- I
dispensation
think
to
you-
use
you-
it. You were tasked with destroying
Yeah,
it.
Eh,
I think we got permission to have a hold of it. I don't think that includes.
You must
usage.
destroy these illegal drugs. No, stop sniffing it.
Okay, so the crowd is kind of murmuring through, and everything, and like there's like high society and talking. So I just turn this down a bit. I didn't mean it to be this epic. I'm not finding the correct mix.
I was wondering
of
what was about to happen to us.
Oh no!
The dragons.
The dragons are on the way. Okay, here we go. It seems a bit
Oh, thank
more
God, a fight.
lively.
Wait, no shit. I have like no AC right now. Please no.
I'll just fly away. It's
This
fine.
is how he does it. This is how he kills us.
Okay, there we go. So while you head that way, I will finally find some of the music that actually I think should. There we go. That's a bit more lively.
Sorry, I guess it might be up to you as well. Actually, it will certainly be easier and cheaper for us to arrive on foot, but to make a more significant entrance, it may be wise to take advantage of the carriage.
You're probably right. As much as Thoric hates being lazy, he as he considers taking a
Leonard is
carriage
also
this
not
distance.
happy with this.
Yeah,
I
like,
understand where you're coming from. I also would much rather walk this. It does me ill to separate myself from the people as much. Oh, also, sorry, I just realized. I would like to point out because I completely forgot. I think we all want to include the pins. Correct,
Yes,
people?
yeah, you're definitely all wearing those. I would have
Cool,
assumed
yeah.
that you're all wearing your pins.
Yeah. Sorry, I realized. I think I meant to say it beforehand and just slipped my mind.
Yeah, it's how you guys all got free entrance on the gondolas. Don't worry.
Hey, nice.
Okay. I just need to get a glass of water because I'm going to need a lot of descriptions. So talk amongst yourselves. 1 second.
Well, at least I'll say a good thing you got them all of the families out of the way. We already have their descriptions.
I missed that.
Yeah,
He has to do it again.
I know, I will. Myself it. Sorry, yeah. I guess it's gonna be up to you. Like, it would probably make a more significant entrance
yeah, I think
to
we
use the
should get a
carriage. It will also guarantee. It will also nigh guarantee that we get there on time, which is kind of nice.
Also,
Well, like, we have like an hour to move
Yeah.
100 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with this crowd, it actually like it's still entirely possible not to.
Fair.
Like, have you
Just start
have you
throwing
been
people.
to like?
They'll move out of the way on their own.
Won't you have to arrest him then?
I'm not that sort of cop.
Yes, you fucking are.
Yes,
When did
you
this happen?
Listen.
When did you change?
Listen, if a DAA agent, right, sees someone steal a car, they would actually have to intervene. Yeah, so never mind. Oh, but no. But Thork is a fellow officer, therefore, no.
I'm not
Let's
Never get
let's
special
not
treatment.
let's not take the U.S. politics into mind right now.
Oh, fuck.
What have we considered that the carriage could be a trap?
It could be a giant mimic.
We get
There
into
could be a
you
ballista
open the
in there.
carriage door, 2 ballistas. Yeah, 2 ballistas.
Wait,
We need
the
to outfit the
carriage
house
just
with ballistas.
unfolds like a transformer and turns into 2 ballista.
Exactly.
You joke, but
They'll
It is-
never
it
see
is
it
sci-fi.
coming. True. Oh, I'm so glad that joke doesn't die.
yeah.
Gonna be here forever.
unlike the folk from
Yeah.
the ballista.
Yeah, I get my shit wrote.
Yeah, you kind of did. That thing hurt 'cause it was a deck save and it was before you had the ring up. I passed my deck save.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
All good?
Yo.
All right. So are you getting a carriage or just walking?
Get in a carriage.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
100 gold.
Whoa.
Oh, it is.
I
It is Uber. Was it Uber Prime Times?
Yeah,
It is. It is pretty much, yeah.
They
Bear in mind,
can
you're
trust-
only going like 400 feet to the entrance.
Guys, we're not fucking. Can we just listen?
It's,
However fancy,
I am
we
leaving
look.
it up to Thoric because it's still his decision.
however
much
fancy
gold?
we look at showing up, the only thing that matters is if we win.
I only have 125 gold on me.
Wait, this isn't even the tournament.
I'll give you 50.
We still have to do this 3 more times.
Okay.
I give Thoric 50 gold.
I appreciate it. I'll pay the other 50.
We should have showed up 2 hours early, not 1 hour. Classic. mistake.
Yeah, agreed. Classic mistake. We should turn up earlier next time.
Okay. So you pay for a carriage. One is allotted. One's came back from dropping people off. And as you're like, oh my God, this was so much money. You realize the carriages are taking a slightly different detour in the corner. And there's a general entrance where people are backed up in dozens and dozens of lines. There's literally just one entrance, and everyone is getting through there, and they're being checked over by guards. But this way, going through with the carriages, there's a separate taxi rank system in the rear half, and pretty much as soon as like you guys pull up, the people who are in front of you are let in, and you guys immediately walk up to the guards. And you can look over from the other side, like you're entering from 2 different sides of the gardens. So just for a sense of picture here as well, as you exit off the gondola and everyone moving around, you got on the carriage, and as you rolled through the carriage, there are the rich fragrances of expensive perfumes. The attire of all the attendees, some of them taller, some of them greater, some of them various different colors, range from old-fashioned, decadent style of centuries past towards the more modern silk with lattice bathed in light distracting colors that catch the eye. And one thing is common amongst all of this is a multi-species crowd. And you hop out and you walk up to the gate entrance of the threshold of that will enter, and you will enter onto the exterior gardens in and around the palace. And you guys just walk up to that?
Yeah, I think so. Assuming that's where we can see other people entering. I don't think we want to.
Yeah, like that's where the previous people getting out of the carriage went to.
Oh, then yeah.
So if you imagine it's like a general entrance at like a... You kind of guys have like fast tracked to the VIP entrance where there's no crowd and you just get out of the carriage and go straight in.
Yeah, that's fine. Then yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Thoric, maybe wise for you to take the lead. This is your tournament. It will be good optics, so to say.
Also, just to go back to when we actually signed up for the tournament, did we sign up as a group or as just individuals that happen to be working together?
We will get to that in a moment.
Okay.
You guys have when you all got your invites, they was made out to your name, not to your party. It was like Thoric Vertigan, Torkel Gunmanson, Orly Bracken. Like it was made out to you individually. That your invites that you're bringing with you have your names on them, not like a group or a troop's name.
It's good because we don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. We need to come up with a name at some point.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were asked to do this 30 sessions ago. But
Your Strike Team Salvation, guys, come on.
Yeah, I don't know if we can use that one.
Jesus Christ, that's so edgy.
Blame,
The disdain from Ryan.
Well, that's because they made them. Did they make themselves Strike Team Renegade or something?
No, it's because we were given that name by the
Osmundo.
Osmundo.
Yeah, by Osmundo.
Yeah, he's edgy as fuck. Okay.
He's like 17. Of course he is.
All right. So as you get up to the queue, there's a Nedlin acolyte with the Nedlin kind of symbol like painted onto her forehead, clear cut, balding head, and on the guards, it is 2 Raven sword mercenaries at the side with their weapons stowed in belt loops. But they are standing. One of them is a male. The one is a female. Various strong-handed looking muscle-bound race, and they have the pendant of the Eller hen. family symbol on beside the Raven sword symbol on them. And as you guys get closer, the acolyte just goes, "Good morning, entrance. May I have your identity stones?"
Yep. And I hand over
Okay.
my identity stone.
Sure.
They
Oh,
immediately
this
run away
again.
and you never see it again.
Okay.
I'll give over my identity stone, no problem.
So one by one, you hand over identity stone, and at the same time you hand over identity stone, she takes your invite, and she seems to do like corroborate something within some magical divination, and she checks it out. Orly, I have a question for you. Are you deflecting?
No. I don't
Okay.
even know how my thing works anymore at this point since it's modified.
Not even you can keep track of it.
I don't know if I can. No, but that's the thing. I don't even know if I can, and I'm not gonna try now.
Okay, so you just keep it earnest as best you can. I mean, your name is on your invite, so you say your name and you give them the identity stone. So after all being checked, the acolyte bows and says, "Enjoy the festivities. There will be about an hour and a half until the main gathering happens at the spiral area. Please enjoy the hospitality of House Ellerhen." And the guards part. And once passing through the threshold, you walk onto a viewing platform and you can take in the scale of the palace. These gardens filled with deep violets, lush blues, poisonous reds and greens of plant life far and away for hundreds, maybe even 1,000 feet all around the palace itself. Even with the hundreds of guests already inside and more due to come in that will be here today, it would take a city district to fill the lanes and walkways to make it look full. You're then ushered forward by a servant of the Erlahen who greets you all and passes you a small little cup of like this warm, scented, honeyish liquor, and he just gifted by the Erlahens. Please enjoy.
Is this poison?
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Take a sip.
Take a sip.
It's a delicious, easygoing honey mead.
Oh,
That's
and
the
you
one
do
thing
like,
that can kill me.
Though.
alcoholism.
We
you do hear like the sound, like the buzzing of some bees around some of the nearby flowers as well. And as you go through, there are a bunch of things you can see. You can see that there are other Ravensword mercenaries in and around, walking around doing the rounds, and then there are dozens and dozens of Ellerhen servants with the kind of rich golden cloak marking them with the same family sigil, and they're etched in the back of their gowns. The gardens here are tiered into multiple floors, with the largest and central gardens having miniature forests or biomes spanning the concord and further. So as you look to one corner, it seems like more jungle-ish, and another it's more arid, and another it's more like middle alpine. Like it seems to be segmented and planned out. So each pocket of the garden is tied to a certain location within the realm. Past the gardens, closer towards the main structure of the palace, there is an opened, planned whitestone rotunda, and from it you can hear the symphony of a whole orchestra echoing out. And just on the faint edges of the wind, because you're a little bit higher up now, you're at the high city, you can hear soft female vocals broadcast over the entire area. Further from that, close at the edge of the gardens, in like a more pavilion pocket, you can see like a large banquet table about 200 feet long with dozens and dozens and dozens of people surrounding it. And that's what you see at a glance. Where do you want to go?
I think. What was it like? We have to be in the spiral area. And
Yeah, actually, like an hour and a half until like there's something called to that.
If you like, then we could stick as a group and and meet everything that way. But it could be good to split up a little bit. see things on an individual, cover more ground. But don't believe we've been directed to a competitor's area, so I suppose we can just mingle for a little bit while until we're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thorg will want to go to the competitor's area. Size of the competition, etc.
Sure. I would say there doesn't seem like a uniformed gathering area for that. It's more or less like you're on the whole exterior property of the Ellerhen Palace that has all been made up for all of these hundreds and hundreds of visitors today. It may be that you pass by some of the competitors. Maybe you pass by some of the what would be the audience to the tournament, or your greatest competition. You're not sure, but it seems like everybody is mingling intermittently.
I'll keep an eye
Is
for
it
Ismail
like
to see if he's
is
here.
there like a sorry, come.
No, I don't want to keep an eye out for Ismail to see if he's here.
Sure, I will ask for perception checks as they occur. So you're going to ask something, Leonok?
Yeah, so is this like a mingling of different levels of wealth as well? Or is this just like this is the rich person area?
Oh, this is cream of the crop within these gardens. Like anybody actually getting access to this event is already, the filtered of the filtered coming in here.
Yes, but from my understanding, there was the whole crowd outside. So are they being directed elsewhere?
They're entering from another.
Okay, this is the upper class entrance area.
Yes, yeah, this is upper class entrance, but you still feed into the same area, the same low gardens.
Yeah, eventually, but
yes,
the direct area we're in is the upper class entrance. Okay.
Yeah, so people there's some chairs and tables nearby. Some people have just instantly decided to sit down, and servants just bringing them glasses or some entrees sitting down right beside you, where beside them where they are. So you guys can wander, or you can stay here and survey and see more of it. But you can only see one entire wing of the palace. The palace is a palace. It is you have to walk a whole way around the other side of the gardens to see a whole other pockets of the property, get a view over the rest of the city, because you're kind of blocked by the whole palace.
That's gotta be exhausting. It's oh god, I gotta go to the other side of the house. Then you get camping gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the party wants, I think they kind of will have a nice walk around the gardens, I guess.
Okay.
Sort of, he'll keep an eye out for anyone that they've met or of significance, but isn't necessarily going out of his way to find them. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
if he spots them, but he's not going to be where are they? Where I'm going to find these people.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Leonok's going to wander off through the gardens. Anybody else wanting to go anywhere different or follow him?
I want to keep my eye out for Zolnus children.
Sure. Yeah. Hendrik?
We will definitely be meeting them in the competitors area, I think.
Yeah.
I have no one here
you just
that
okay.
I care about.
Torkel?
I think that I'll just follow along with Leronok unless I see any intellectuals or people from the capital who are attending.
Okay, very well. And Thoric, you're just going to, again, just follow your companions and walk through the gardens.
Yeah, walk through the gardens, but again, I'm keeping an eye out for A, Ismail, and B, anyone who could be, let's say, a physical, difficult in a physical fight, just so I can try and keep an eye out for what I might be coming up against in that regard. Because that's what Thork mostly knows about, so that's what he's going to be gauging off of.
Yeah. Why doesn't everybody roll me a perception check, please? And we'll go through what you're looking for and what you see.
I will make an attempt.
Or are you going to ask something?
Nope.
Consistency. We're great.
Let's just get another 12, guys.
Yeah, come on. Someone else do it. Oh, you ruined it, guys, by being really good at your jobs.
Almost double what they rolled. 17. All right, let's start off with let's do it from rolled order. Thoric, as you're walking through the gardens, like the sloping gardens, you look over towards kind of that great banquet table. You do see someone large. You see probably someone who's about like 18 feet tall, dressed in the same servant garb of the Ellerhen, and they are carrying out these massive trays of food and like delicately setting it on the table. And there's this great blue shape, like this elongated blue shape that almost covers the entire length of the table. About maybe like split into sections, maybe like one that's 60 feet, another one's 80 feet, another one's 60 feet, almost the entire length. And spread amongst all that, there's plates and plates and plates of every food from which, and you're seeing this from a distance of around like 300 feet, probably at the closest you would get to this. Like basically bulk waiters coming out, a giant is coming out and carrying, you know, an entire entree plate for maybe him, but for anyone else that's of a medium race, is could feed like half a town for a day at a banquet. And he does that every like couple minutes. He brings something out and resets the table, as amongst of other people spread it out. Lyranok, you recognize some flora and fauna you saw in the arid expanse at this section of the gardens. Some cacti, some trees that survive in more warmer climates and things. And then that's what you see. For Orly, kind of tucked away in the lower gardens, just like guys been walking for 10 minutes or so when Orly spots this, or hears this, I should say, and spots it. You see tucked away at the bottom of the gardens, kind of almost at kind of a point where you would take the corner to see more of the palace. You see a kind of mausoleum-like building with a double open walkway that is coated in thick green ivory, with murals painted all around the outside of it that are sun-bleached. And you can like hear like chuckling and chortling and echoes of interior guests standing inside of it or in and around it. You can hear like two people having a disagreement quite vocally as well. That's what you kind of hear and your attention's drawn to that. For Hendrik, I think you would draw on this, Hendrik. There's a decent number of guards here. Like Ravensword guards. Like this, the 25 and your 19 intelligence, for protecting this place, for having this amount of Ravenswords, this must be almost the entire contents of the central wing chapter of the Ravensword mercenary. Like nearly all the Ravensword within the Midlands of Central Erith are here. And some, based on the numbers spread out and amongst like the personal bodyguards standing at like the thresholds to enter the palace as well. That's what you see. Torkel. For you, on what would be like the north wing side of the palace, through the gardens, you see this gazing spiral-like structure that is like an imagine like an ice cream cone, right? The base of it is really thin, and then it goes up and it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and supported by struts that holds its weight. Obviously, it can't balance on like the thinnest point at the bottom. Struts support its bodies, and there's like stairwells or walkways that connect it to the main structure of the palace, but also stairwells that lead up from the bottom. And there's a bunch of like hustle and bustle of some attendees, mostly servants, and going in and out of it. And there's stained glass, like the entire ring, like a raspberry ripple from the top of it all the way to the bottom. It must be like maybe 300 feet tall. This kind of basically like stone ice cream cone like shape. And beside it, there's two huge open sprung like French doors into what you would see is like kind of this like almost like cocktail lounge bar area where there's outside seating, and you can like see dozens and dozens of people in there, and it looks to be more like an older crowd in there, like standing out of the sunlight. And again, like this is the first day in a long time. It has been almost like completely sunshine. There's no rain. There's a bit of cloud cover in the sky above, but it is clear of any moisture in the air, and it is a nice sunny day for the first in a while since you guys have been here in basically the first day of the week since it's been sunny, and that's what you guys all see.
I want to check out the cool spire at some point. But I will take. I'll remain with Lear and operate now, but I'll just catalog that in the back of the bed.
Okay. As you guys all see this and take this in, you walk for a little bit further, and then you're immediately stopped because there's a crowd in front of you, a crowd of maybe like 50 or so people, just taking up the like multiple walkways like through the gardens, like they're taking up the entire way. Like, imagine like going to like an aisle at like the supermarket and just seeing every aisle is full. Like you can't move any further past, and they're like, and there's a few Raven swords ahead of these crowds, stopping them from moving any further.
I'll probably break off the party at this point, just before it hits chock-a-block. And
Yeah.
yes, head towards the mausoleum, kind of
Sure.
my attention.
Yeah, sure. So Orly, you head off as the party is confronted by this, and you head close by, and you hear two people getting a little bit more intense with their disagreement, and he says, you hear one of the high-class voice, a male voice say, Andres, I had the right to ask Lady Zolnis. You had no intention of proposing to her until I told you that I was planning to do so. You're an embarrassment to your family, I say. And the other one goes, you mistake me, Albert. There's no more beautiful woman in Okot than our fair lady Esmeralda. And you come around the corner, and there's two men in like cloaks and military like jackets, like standing kind of a nose distance from each other, like kind of pointing fingers at each other, while you see Esmeralda and her brother Modesto, Zonis. She is sitting in the windowsill next to the mausoleum on a ruined wall, and she's sipping this golden chalice of wine just with her legs crossed, watching this altercation with a smile on her face. And Modesto's sitting on a chair just beneath the level of her, and just looking across, like kind of like rubbing his temple, like, oh my god. And that's what you see when you kind of come into the chamber. Like, so there, she's not even involved. She's like 25 feet away from these guys having an argument about her, and she's
enjoying the show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But these two people are definitely the quote unquote adoptive siblings of your son, Torley.
I'll approach Esmeralda.
Sure.
I get up to about 5 feet, and I'll kind of stop, and I'll.
Mm-hmm.
Can I join you?
Yes, please. It's quite all right. I'm just enjoying the show here. Takes another sip of wine. Modestus gives you like an up nod, like he doesn't say anything. That horrific scar, and like Esmeralda is dressed in this vibrant scaled green gown, like fits her form like a statue wears a dress, like just perfectly to every shape and corner of her body, while Modesto's wearing his military uniform of the Knight of the Order of the Unbreakable. So he's wearing his kind of military formal attire, and she's wearing more of just an outgoing, provocative dress. That's what you see. And she asks you, do you want to drink, Mr. Bracken?
Sure.
She snaps her fingers, and a servant approaches.
Oh my.
And she just gives a nod to you, and they hand you a shoot of a glass of wine in a golden goblet.
Thank you.
Gives you a nod, and they retreat back, and they stand about 15 feet away, just standing there with ready to refill. Torley. Oh, sorry. You go ahead. You go ahead. You speak first.
Are we excited for the bouts to come?
I am. It's been a bit boring since the Thunder tournament ended.
I forgot
No
the
hobbies?
accent.
No hobbies to take up the time in the interim of bouts, tourneys?
She looks towards her brother. Me and Modesto, we were skirmishing and practicing with the Saint at the castle for the past few days.
How do you think young Torley would fare in one of these?
Orly, Master Bracken, your son, I love him like a brother already, even though I've only known him for a few short years. But weaponry and striking one another was never his expertise.
No.
Instead, he is quite gifted with ink and a quill. I
It's good to
believe he
hear.
wants to become a full-time acolyte of Baldre and become a cleric.
Dude, inside voice is, yes, go on, lad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, man. So it's
Yeah.
like it's like your son picking the football team you support.
Yeah. Modesto just gives a nod like, yep, that's right.
Well, it does make me happy to admittedly say out loud that he won't take any interest in these kind of tourneys and fights, although they can be enjoyable. Accidents do happen.
No. Torley watched last year's and the year before, and he enjoyed them, but he doesn't have the stomach for bloodshed like me and my brother here, which my father and mother are quite relieved of.
Really?
Yes. She chuckles and looks towards her brother. In fact, my father sometimes says the two of us almost want a war to happen, so we actually may have something that challenges the two of us. But that's just a family joke.
On the side, real quick. I want to determine if when she mentioned I've only known Torley for a short few years, but
Yeah,
I love him. So I want to check the validity of that and literally the last sentence she just spoke, if
sure.
possible.
Yeah, make an insight check. Yeah.
Thank you. Terrible.
Okay. You seem to believe her words. They're content. I mean, she's sipping and she's like half paying attention to you. And finally, when she says that and you're studying her, the answer, the other guy, you just hear like a slap against skin.
Oh fuck,
and,
reliable talent. Oh my god, I'm so 14.
14. Okay. Well, 14 does change it. She is pretty good at reading you, and she is saying something that is true, but also something that you would like to hear. So
Yeah.
both things can be true.
Okay. Oh, she's political as well.
She has to be.
Okay.
She's a son of Caesar's Olnus, isn't she?
Yeah.
The kind of lower this halfling man and dwarvish man that have had a disagreement. The first one has slapped the other one and said and looks towards Esmeralda and says, "You have to forgive me, my lady, but this cannot wait. Albert, sabers in not but a few minutes." And Esmeralda just gives a nod. I look forward to the show. And the two of them march off. So
how How is my son since last night?
He gets a genuine, like, intrigued by the consolatory look on her face, and she kind of like passes the goblet to her brother, who then takes it, and she hops down off the small wall she's sitting on and brushes off her rump and says, "Oh, Mr. Bracken, he's been terribly upset since he returned home after you talking with him. He's been not eating with us, worried, but Mother says it's just relief stress than anything, knowing that you're around and that his family is safe. It's a lot for a young boy to take in.
It is a lot.
But he's here today if you want to see him."
Yeah. If that's what he wants. I just wanted to check in with those who he's now closest with and make sure if realistically if that's okay for me to see him.
I think he would enjoy that. And Mother and Father, I think, were counseling him that it would be best to talk with you sooner rather than later. They're just at the banquet table, just in the forecourt past the rotunda.
Well, if anything, join up to this tourney myself and possibility of perhaps going against one of you two. It's probably best I get my affairs in order, eh? A little bit of deception beyond that, by the way.
Sure, yeah. Make a deception check, yeah.
Sure.
Modesto looks at his sister, and his sister looks at him.
Off. I'm using inspiration for that. I'm sorry.
Sure, yeah. It's
By the
fine.
way, we're talking...
Reliable talent.
Yeah, I'll stick with 13.
Okay. They look at each other, and then she puts a hand, like kind of doesn't touch you, but just like kind of gestures like the hand up. No. We wouldn't hurt or, God forbid, mean you serious harm, Mr. Bracken. Not while our little brother is watching. That would be so cruel. Too cruel.
Is she like being? Is she being condescending? Well, like what?
Make an insight
Can I
check.
roll for that, please?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Better.
19. Who are you to think that you could even hurt these people?
Yeah.
They feel supremely confident, and we're not going to hurt you. We're not going to kill you, Orly. But you might not be in the tournament at that point where we face each other anyway, so why worry?
Oh, okay. Now I care about this fucking tournament, dude. You spoiled brats. I don't want my son around these. Christ.
I mean, you picked a hell of two people to make your rival, but
I will figure it out, Lernok.
Yeah. She sees like the two kind of guys coming back, and they both have a saber in either hand. And she goes, "Oh, goody, Modesto." And he steps off of the chair, and they go to watch this bout.
I'll leave you to your end.
Thank you. Mother and Father, I think, were also curious to speak with you some more, Mr. Bracken.
I'll keep an eye out.
Sure. So while Orly leaves the two Zolnus siblings, the four of you left can see what this crowd is forming around. This is a fan crowd trailing behind Ellerhen Ancalato, or Ancalato Ellerhen, as he is walking through his own gardens, and the Ravensword mercenaries are keeping them at bay. He is wearing bleach white with a golden thread like line from the middle of it, from like nape of the neck down to the bottom of it, that opens out into a fan. These robes, his golden veined rippling through his skin, his unbounded flowing red hair behind him, and people are like whispering and murmuring and like, "I can't believe he's really here. God, he's more beautiful than I could have imagined." And people are just like watching him as the Ravenswords keep like about 40 feet away from him, and like they're like got this kind of cordon of like a circle around him as he walks through the garden, seems to crouch down and pick up something, maybe like pick a flower. he then approaches the crowd, and everyone goes, and they all have a deep gasp and breath. And he walks over into the crowd, and the Raven Sword beside him, this like tall Furblorg. He goes, "It's quite all right." And he steps past the Furblorg bodyguard into the crowd, and he seems to meander through the crowd for a little bit. And there's a shock of surprise as there's a clearing, and he has knelt down to a girl. He looks maybe like 6 or 7 years old, holding her sister's hand, and he sets the small Edeline petal he's harvested from the garden in her hair, and smiles at her, and then goes back to the garden, and everyone's like, screaming, and someone goes, get that flower from that girl. That's priceless. That's an artifact. And no, like, oh, leave the girl alone. She's just a child. And there's kind of this panic of like, yeah. And that's what you guys see. They are. And the little girl and the sister, just go, like squeal. The older girl holding her hands is more excited than the little girl. She's like, "Hooray!" I don't know why everyone's cheering and exciting, but this is like so cool. But most people like saying, "Oh, well done, that's so precious. Oh, you're the most beautiful little dwarf in the world, little dwarf girl." And that's what they're
little dwarf girl.
Little dwarf.
I love you too, random citizen.
Yeah, what a strange way to. So to be clear, it looks like the girl can keep its side is winning the argument, or the,
the people who are like fanatics.
I'm not gonna call it a fight, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
when I say, like,
the fanatics about the Ellerhens are like definitely being shouted out and shushed by the people like, stop being so ridiculous. You're going to scare him away.
Good. Okay, as long as they're losing that side. As
Yeah.
long as they're losing, then.
And someone's like, how could you take a flower out of a little girl's hair?
Is there a reason?
Well, I mean, it's a shame. I think I might have liked to walk through those gardens, but I don't believe we need this level of scrutiny on us.
Okay. Where do you guys head to next? Obviously, this kind of path is blocked. They're like following a snail's pace. He's like meandering through his garden. Well, like on both sides, kind of the garden's blocked off from like two crescent moons on both sides of the garden, like fully blocked. Are you getting any further or past them? Where do you want to go instead?
I don't really think Leonard specifically doesn't really have a destination in mind. I think honestly, Leonard might just wander a little bit, just sort of see where he shows up. Also, that's a good point. What's happened with Tame? Actually, I just realized we haven't heard about him. Also, does anyone look like they're wearing even the remotely similar dress to it?
Make a perception check about Tame. Tame is.
Of course, that's the fucking one I pass.
Tame is actually keeping quiet, and it's just like he seems to be more or less like trying to babysit you guys who don't do anything awkward.
Oh, he's only being quiet out of fear of what we're doing. Is that the only reason why he's quiet? Okay. Maybe
that's the only reason. 21. Yes, there are people wearing the same shuttlecock outfit, but only from the torso down, not the torso up. So he looks like he's wearing two dresses pulled into one.
I think at some point they'll probably like lean over the table and be like, "Well, it seems you were half right."
I must have got the schematic. I must have misunderstood the etchings I purchased.
Think of it as innovation.
Do you have a shirt on underneath that?
No, my lips will be bare, Leonard.
Oh my! I take 5 steps away from.
He goes, "Oh, I'll just have to make it work. It will be fine when I introduce you as a herald. It will set.
It will certainly make an appearance.
It will. That's all we could hope for in this. But I am rather surprised that we haven't had. The gardens. Everyone's wandering around and taking it all in. We have quite a amount of time until the trumpets go and we're summoned to the Spiralarium. Why don't we go and meander some more? I'm going to stick with the most of you because I feel like if I wander, I'm going to say something, upset somebody, or get somebody pregnant. So let's just stick together.
But Tame, you're supposed to keep me from upsetting people.
Leonard's eyebrows kind of like raise, like every time he says something else there. So it's just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. He says, that was a joke at my expense. Don't worry. Yes, I'm here to babysit our little, tiny, tall, very, very freakishly strong dragonborn.
Hang on. I want to make sure that was a joke, please.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
I mean, are you with us?
No.
Orly,
no.
he's
It's a
the mother
14,
of your
it's a 14,
child.
it's a
He's
14.
going to be the mother of your child. He's
Fuck.
guilty.
With the mother? What?
Wait, what?
mother?
Whoa, hang on.
Orly,
Hold
what
on.
have you been doing?
Wow, you are this. I mean, I didn't realize Ollie liked him that way, but fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to judge.
Okay. So as you guys kind of like meander away from the gardens, like going either towards the rotunda or like other garden areas or like the palace, the kind of lounge, meandering through. Lyranok, roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Should I count my aura and anything, or is this?
No, just a regular wisdom saving throw. Don't count your aura.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to roll normally, and then we'll -5.
Yeah. Got 9.
Ooh, 9.
So all of you just hear this celestial in like central immune quick turn of voice just speak, and immediately Lyranok goes to salute, like straight away. His body language can't stop it. He salutes straight away, and it goes, "Sergeant at arms, present!" And he just like, and Lyranok just stands and goes straight to salute and goes straight like stock still. And you hear a chortle. You fell for it as you always do, Lyranok.
Okay. Can I check who's speaking?
You turn around and you see Naka Cirrus with his attendant attaché junior officer beside him, a tiefling woman.
Oh, like everyone will look at Lyranok and everything behind him is completely dropped because he just goes, Naka, it's been some time since we've last seen each other.
It's been too long, old friend. It's been far too long. Are you getting something to eat? Do you want... I'm going to the banquet table. Perhaps we should catch up there.
Of course. I would be pleased to follow you.
Oh, come here, Lyranok. And he goes to shake your hand.
Yeah, Lyranok will... Like, again, Lyranok's kind of in shock a little bit, but he will shake his hand. He was not expecting to see Naka here.
Yeah. And with his... you guys all see that Naka has the pendant of a very rare military honor, a very rare war medal, marking him as a survivor of the decaying shrub on his like campaign badges, lapels on his military jacket. And that's where we are going to end the session.
Damn.
No! Don't fucking do me like this!
Trauma,
Everyone else,
trauma.
not me! No,
How's
this
it
isn't
feel?
fair!
How's it feel?
Fucking bastard! No!
Take that.
You will find out on next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Let's do piety. Okay. Kinos. Anything?
I don't think so.
I think you get some work for creating a masterwork because you are the masterwork. You improved your wisdom. You're the masterwork. Working on
I
yourself.
disagree with that. I think that's more of a Talos.
He's perfect. He's got 20 wisdom. He can't go any higher. So that stat is masterwork now.
I am
It's a Talos thing.
massively wisdom.
I tell you what, there's Blaze now.
Wise.
Whatever this is.
Hey, listen, just let it happen. Let the fight again.
Yeah.
I'm all for the piety, yeah.
Boldre, treating strangers with respect and offering the same treatment as family. That is for both Lyranok and for Orly.
There's like a cheek piety.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm one
that's
away
for
from
you.
20.
Nice. What do you get? A 20? Have I rolled it? Yeah. Oh, I did.
The one thing, that I shouldn't have had 2 weeks ago or 2
Yeah.
sessions ago.
Got you. Bahamut. Not sure anything for you, for this session.
No.
Having a roll in the hay doesn't really count for anything for Bahamut, so
Should.
it. Yeah. No,
I'm
he
sure
already
there are
knows.
some-
He
I'm
already
sure there
knows
are some
everything about
gods that do it.
Justea. He already knows everything about Justea. So
Just
tier to tier.
Yeah.
dirty boy.
So
Mind wiping that dude. Even that's a bit weak, so maybe not that one. But teaching people about tier and the role he has to play.
yeah, definitely that for Orly for the conversation we
Yeah,
had.
definitely early for like how we deal with that sort of shit.
Yeah,
With-
definitely
you're
point of
gonna
piety
deal
for that.
How you're supposed to do it, Orly, not just
you're
leave
going
the
to-
organization.
When I tell the rest of the party what's going down, it's just gonna be.
He
Is
won't
that worth
tell
our
any-
friendship?
He's going to sneak a note into my diary.
This fucking guy. I
Is
just
that
want to go
worth-
back to Silt Slice and
See, I
remind
thought-
you what your fucking transgressions, okay?
Silt strikes? What?
That was
They'll
nice.
slice.
When you ate the paper,
Remember when you started eating?
Yeah, that was me safeguarding information that we don't want the enemies to know about.
Yes, our evil enemies, like Torkel.
Yes.
Speak up, Sean. Speak up, Sean.
No,
If we know the information, the enemy can know the information.
you still know the information.
But if
I
we
only know
don't
part of the
inf-
information. I don't know any of the other information, so I have no context, so I cannot put pieces together.
If
Orly,
we don't
you're-
have the
is-
information,
like
we
I did
can't
never
tell
know
what
the piety for
information
that
the enemy
deflection.
shouldn't have.
Or all of it. The enemy should have none of the information.
Did everyone have fun?
Yeah,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I was
I cannot
nervous.
wait for us to go back into the outside of the city and just simple thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've become a little bit institutionalized in this city.
I feel like
I mean, after we set up
like a-
two different death flags for Orly and Torkel. What's that, Orly and Thoric?
Yeah.
Next, we're going to have
Like,
someone
dude.
talk about how they're only 6 days from retirement. And,
I retired on Tuesday.
like, if we set up a death flag for every single character, then we don't know who's going to die.
God, now I'm just waiting
Yeah,
for the
it's the-
fucking final destination set of sessions.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
Uh,
I did find it. Stoter, you have picked two very particular people to make your rivals.
Yeah.
Also, just so I can make sure I didn't mishear, did they say that they were sparring with the Saint?
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking
Sparring.
Oh,
I
Shit.
intentionally ignored that part because I didn't do it.
I think I blotted it out of my mind because I sort of said I must have misheard.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
They definitely just said that just to,
Yeah. Yeah.
that conversation was not a legit conversation from either side. Now, to be honest, I definitely went in there with an agenda.
You may have lost.
And she's a lot more intelligent than I was expecting. I thought she was just a hot-headed, like, warrior.
What? Just because she speaks in a Valley Girl accent?
Yes, I nailed it. I fucking nailed it. That was the accent I was going for. Yes.
I don't judge. I don't judge accents like that.
I'm not gonna lie. When you started speaking as her, I actually had a moment of me
Yeah.
going, "Oh my fuck! I forgot that was her accent."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my Christ!
You're like halfway there. I live next to the valley. You're halfway there.
I mean, that's pretty good.
No, it's not bad.
Awesome. All right. Next time we can play. Let's plan that. So 5th of April.
I am away.
Okay.
I think I'm away the next 2 weekends.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, rough.
rough.
The 19th,
No, wait.
I'm going to be getting a root
the-
canal done. So,
Oh
Nice.
shit! Those are
Yeah.
not pleasant.
so I could be away. Actually, it's more than one appointment. So it'll probably be the
Ooh.
19th, and then the following week, because they do it, and then they have to like close it.
Yeah.
The next session. So
Yep.
that would probably be 2 weekends in a row. So
Okay. Let's meet up next year then.
So we potentially have a decision of what I see next session happening is the closing out the luncheon. You guys get the information of like what the tournament is going to be like. Probably that would all happen within the next session, and so we probably wouldn't get the start of one of the challenges yet, or one of the actual days of the tournament. So
Yeah, we have to have everyone here for the challenges.
yeah, we do. So even if we did like Sunday next week and miss Sean and he didn't like get to RP his Torkoal in the meeting and he re-listened to it, it's still a bit like, well, we're not going to play for 3 weeks after that anyway. So I'm wondering if it's worth kind of pausing until the 3rd.
I think the
Of
luncheon
March?
is probably important for everyone. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
March, so the 3rd of April?
The 3rd of
No.
May.
No, sorry, May. Sorry, May.
Instead of May.
May. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's
Yeah,
know.
it's
so
April.
long.
It's April in
5
a few
weeks.
days.
Yeah.
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 So it'll
1,
be 5
2,
weeks.
3, 4. So we'd skip 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know. But Sean's away, and then Orly's getting 2 root canals. I don't really want to ask Orly because he's going to have to do a lot of talking potentially, and I don't want to have to do that with 2 holes in
I
his
don't know
mouth.
how bad it's going to be, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It could be bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, with a little bit of experience on it, I think after the time after the final part of the root canal, I was kind of fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I've done the same
it's-
thing.
You don't. There wasn't really a sense of pain or anything. If anything, I think there was a bit of a numbness, and it was very weird. The feeling in
I was
like
fine
your
the
mouth,
next. I
because
was fine the next day.
I've heard it's not. I've had a wisdom with an infection taken out before, and they had to cut my bloody jaw. That was sore, and I've been
Yeah.
told that it's
Oh, no.
nowhere nearly as bad as that. So
no, like I said,
Oh.
I mean, put it this way, I went back to work.
What
Yeah.
what time is your appointment at on the Sunday?
the first one is probably going to. I still have to book a time slot, so it'll probably be morning around 10 or 11 a.m. maybe.
If you do we want to pencil it in, or do you want to just
we
leave
can
it
try, yeah, or
Yeah.
at least go for the
the
last
19th?
weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Should we
If they're
should we
going to be
go?
closing it, that's probably nowhere near as that probably won't be painful. Toxic,
No,
when you
closing-
got it done, did you get it all done in one sitting, or was it split up?
So I know I did have 2, but like sort of sessions, but I don't think there was any. There wasn't really much work done on the first one. I don't think. I think it was mostly prep. If it's the same, if you're going the same route as I am, there'd be no real. At no point really is there a sense of or significant sense of pain, like, or even ache. It was mostly completely fine. If anything, the worst pain for me was from the root canal, or was from like prior to it.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sucked.
So we could put in for the 19th and then the 26th, and then with the expectation that Orly will know a couple hours before the session if we're calling it or not.
Yeah,
Wait,
that makes
sorry,
sense to me.
So
I'm not here next weekend, and I'm not available the 26th. Sorry, I'm available the 12th and the 19th, and then 3rd.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's just pencil those in. If I can't make it the 19th.
oh, you
at
are here
least
for the
we'll do-
12th.
Yeah, I think I am here. Sorry, I think I'm here for the 12th and the 19th, but not the 5th and the 26th.
Okay, let's do the 15th, the 12th and the 19th then. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll put that in now. Just while I'm
And
here,
at least if we get the luncheon out of the way on the 12th, on the 19th, we're going to
we get a full session of an actual event in the tourney.
Yeah, but I
Woohoo.
don't like. I could miss even if I have to miss it, it's mostly
No,
roles
I
and
think
stuff. So
I think we all want to be here for the events
For the
themselves.
for the third tourney item, then yeah.
Building up for months.
For like
Yeah.
like I said, the luncheon event we could probably get away with. Not everyone. I think for the events themselves, these
Yeah.
sound like even for characters that aren't as invested as others, I think they sound like they're important, and I think we all want to be here,
okay, fair
unless
enough.
unless something like emergency barring comes up. But
Yeah. Okay. So 5th, and then that weekend, the 12th. I think my wife is away as well. So let me just. Oh shit! Sorry. D&D. Yeah, the other party we played for 7 hours on Saturday. I played this game with you, and then when we finished on Saturday, like, oh, so we're playing on Monday night then? And I was like, no, I didn't play that.
Fuck that noise.
Not the 5th. For the 12th, 12th and 19th.
Oh, sorry, the 12th and 19th. Yeah, grand. Thanks for spotting that.
How's the other party doing?
Fine. They just got a big upgrade. They got level 7.
They are plotting the downfall of the Concord.
Are they out leveling us?
No.
Are they like the rate of
we're
level?
8.
They're playing a good bit recently,
now.
aren't they? So that's.
Yeah, they're playing a bit more off than you guys sometimes as well.
Also, it is easier to level them up a little bit faster in the early game.
Also, there's only 3 of them as well, so they're.
Oh shit! Really?
they're-
Oh god, we'll gank the hell out of them.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them. Get
I
them!
haven't heard
Yeah.
the word gank in so long. I haven't played MOBA in so long either.
Oh, I use it in everything. Gank is any situation of get him.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't even matter if it's only you, as long as it's anything where you could shout like get him.
It's just
gank.
it's so prevalent in. I've played Dota and I've played EVE
Oh,
Online.
yeah.
And those 2 games, it's very prevalent.
Oh, it's very prevalent in MOBAs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, but I've used it. I just use it for everything now.
Yeah, they've survived a couple back-to-back super deadly encounters, and I was like, well, they've kind of earned more than their XP share to level up again. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't they casting like a wizard with disintegrate or something?
they killed that wizard who was casting disintegrate at him. I nearly first round of combat, nearly almost disintegrated one of the players right in front of me, whose house was hosting the session at, and I was like, oh my god, the stress of rolling that.
I don't know if it was in memes. Yeah, there you go, in memes.
Yeah. Oh no, this
But you
happened
know what?
Saturday again.
You know what?
Oh my god, again?
Yeah.
They're homeless. We're not. That's where it matters.
There you go.
No, they have a
And
bastion.
we've got more than we've got 2
Oh,
homes.
where's the bastion? We'll burn it down. It's a dungeon.
If you look at Fayfield, you'll see it in the family home.
Oh my god, he actually told us. Where is it at?
Oh no.
Oh, it's up north. Oh
They're
god, you put them in the
definitely
fucking
operatives of-
DMZ zone? Okay, great.
They're definitely operatives.
Well, they're not gonna have a good time.
They'll be the first to die when the orcish horde comes raining in from the north.
Yeah, they're gonna be the speed bump.
You got your horde. They didn't take this part of the map. They took all of Cremor, so they got all that.
The
They're
orcish
coming.
horde with the
Wait,
with the,
no,
with the
but-
smaller.
That means
with the-
Tizo and his tribe.
It's
Oh, they didn't
fine.
go that far. They only got to the city, then stopped. They didn't go further to the west.
Oh, okay, good. That's
It's-
fine. I don't care about the rest of Crimo.
It's the orcish horde with the smaller Kenku horde there just to annoy the orcish horde.
The United
Did the
Greek peoples of the north.
dwarven hold put up a good fight at least? I know that's what my hobgoblin wanted.
Yeah, I thought we integrated them through diplomacy.
Yeah, so Durandal, Dorthan, Karagar's hold, that's all part of the same kingdom now. And then the lower ground, it's all part of the same kind of like privy council and ruling class now. It's all one
You
kind of
see, but I'm
nation.
annoyingly raising my eyebrows at you guys.
I just remember my hobgoblin being from a dwarven hold. For the one shot.
Oh yeah, you were from the Formir slopes.
That's it. I was from there, and I was because I'm just sat there going, this man seems like he might be a bit of a warmonger. Just gonna go ahead and
He's
give
not
my
a
people a warning.
warmonger.
He kind
He's a
of was.
liberator.
Same thing.
Is it though?
Yes. Depending on your methods.
He's like Moses in that bit for the cartoon where he's like, "Let my people go." That's who he is.
I don't remember Moses going on a quest to find an epic sword of a dragon and killing it.
You've not read the same Bible as I have.
You're thinking about us.
This is true. I have not actually read the Bible, so maybe I'm wrong.
No, then.
Because we don't know, it means you're definitely wrong.
Oh, man.
I made the mistake of admitting I'm not 1,000% sure of something on the internet. I'm clearly incorrect.
I My favorite entire moment of this past game was Orly lying straight up to Hendrick's face. That was just peak
That was
Orly.
great.
Dude, I know for a fact Ryan himself has taken like he's lost respect for me personally.
You
Yeah.
My
haven't
favorite
betrayed
bit
me
of
yet.
that.
You haven't betrayed me
Yet.
yet.
So my favorite part about that was that it specifically came immediately after he's an investigator, and the reason for that is in my real life tabletop group, we've got another running joke, which is I'm not a ... insert job here, because every time we made the joke of I'm not an investigator, it would be like, oh, that's 1,000 successes on your investigation roll.
Yeah.
So we've always turned into I'm not a whatever before you do it.
Oh, great session, guys. We're in the middle of a luncheon, and we've got a former surviving officer of the decaying shrub disaster right in front of the party. And we've got a bunch of other people walking around a very famous event right now, the famous noble event of the calendar. What could go wrong in this tournament? We shall find out.
But there was something as well I found in the session, which was when you said, I don't remember her name now.
Esmeralda?
Thoric's bride to be
No,
Esmeralda.
just stay.
And just say, I was like, I don't know who my mother has set me up for. My first thought was, if it's the Elahen bloke, you are losing that fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I'm sorry, if it does turn out to be him, you have lost.
I will do my
Wait, who's that?
utmost.
Well, to be fair, I think
Saint?
he's no, he's not the saint. He's the demi angel coming from the family of champions or something, or one of the champions.
Yeah, one thing I told the other party that I didn't make clear to you guys is Azamar, like as a race, aren't hereditary, but the only hereditary family of Azamar is the Ellerhans. Every child of that family becomes an Azamar, be it like if they've married a dwarf or whatever, like they become the child.
That is as close to as we've been chosen by the gods as you are probably ever going to get.
That's crazy.
I think you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Just need
That's
that
fine.
can-do attitude.
The Elahan is the prize, so he's not. I don't think he's actually entering the tournament.
And if everything goes wrong, Hendrik has a gun. So
It's 50-50. You either win or you don't. You know.
I love that meme. When did he get a gun? I don't remember giving him a gun. Has he always had it?
This is a D&D campaign that involved Ryan. Of course, he had a gun. That's that just
I know.
happened.
At some point, he may even use it.
I just remember
Wasn't
the
it a
first
panther
campaign.
or something.
The Panther is the arms dealer who gifted him this arcane weapon. Yeah. In the Specific Spines, he was like, "Hey kid, you want a gun?" And Hendrik was like, "Not really, but okay."
What are you buying?
Yeah. And then in my first campaign, Hendrik was messaging me every day, like, "How do the guns work in the Northern Slopes?"
Oh, that's right. Because you gave because you gave me a fucking there's an anti-material rifle, like the fucking NPC and anti-material rifle. I was like, I am very interested.
Yeah. He's like, "What's the range? What special ammo can I put in it?" And I was like, "Okay." I guess in the back of my mind, I was like, "Okay, every campaign there's some type of firearm." And I gave him the most advanced firearm in this setting to date, and he's like, "I haven't even used it yet."
Compared to a fireball.
Yeah. Well, it's a fireball.
The key part there is that fireballs run out of.
Also, he made a dex
spots.
on a character that has no dex.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be me.
I might take that gun off.
I am. If it was. I mean, without the.
I offered
with
it
that
to
sleight with that sleight of hand, you probably.
Well,
yeah, I did. You had no interest.
Can I use it?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
I don't. Stop.
He says, leaning close to the mic.
I'm tired of this trope now.
I'll just let you know it's 3d6 radiant damage.
That's pretty good.
A shot.
It hits.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, what's the proficiency? What is?
Hendrik isn't proficient in it either, so that's probably why he's not using it. You got to do some training with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not impossible. All right, I got to go as well because that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
catch
you
you
very
in a
much.
couple weeks.
See ya.
See you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
See ya.